Welcome back to another installment of the Blue Abroad Tribunal stream watch along. Wow. Braden Maynard is clear to play. That's interesting. It's a marathon. It has been a marathon. I'm pretty surprised that he got off, but it is what it is. And now we wait for Jack Martin to start. Wow. What do we think? Who's here? There's a lot of you here already. You guys have been waiting patiently. So this is going to be very, very chilled. I find that I get to know more about everyone during these streams because it's so relaxed and we basically just hang out and read tweets. That's what we do for however long it takes. We're hoping that it's not going to be a 4-hour ordeal, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So let's see. Wow. So just to update you all on Maynard, so it just says he's been cleared of rough conduct. He's free to play. That's all we've got so far. David Zita doing his best work. If Maynard got off for accidental contact, Martin was accidental. I don't think he got off for accidental contact. I haven't given the full details of the ruling just yet, apart from to say that he has been cleared of rough conduct and he's free to play. That's all we've got. But it's a fascinating case, nonetheless. J-Ub. Jack Martin to get a fine and free to play. Well, I hope so. So you know what I did today? Mate, I went down the rabbit hole of head knock, head trauma, concussion, because I think there is something that all of the media outlets, apart from the ABC, have missed. And that is, do you guys remember after the Cripps situation with Calamachi, on the 1st of September, there was a Senate inquiry called by the government. They had members from each state in the country. And they basically they've done an inquiry about head trauma and concussions and the impact that it has on, humans, and particularly how we can, as a sport, not only the AFL, but the rugby league and everything, and how we can navigate our way through it. And I went down the rabbit hole. I read through all the 13 recommendations. They actually only came out recently, and they actually posted it on the AFL website 6 days ago, which was obviously before the Maynard incident and before the Martin incident. So we will go through that today, no doubt about it. I think also the other point that I was, through my nerdy research today, I was talking on Monday about how I don't know why Martin was graded as high impact because Blakey played on. And then I had to read through the AFL's tribunal guidelines about impact. And generally speaking, they will always err on the side of severity, and then allow the tribunal to hear the matter and decide otherwise. So I learned something new today. I learned a lot of new things today, that's for sure. Goodness me. But anyway, how are we doing? How are we all doing? Let's start with, how long do we think this is all actually going to take? I feel like it won't take long. I feel like within an hour. Minas, it doesn't usually come out. Oh, not like today. Today I went back in time and went right into it. And I got really interested by it. I don't usually like to study, but unless it's something I'm really interested in, and this is something I'm clearly interested in. So let's see. Well, I don't know. I'm going to guess it. I'm going to guess it won't take as long as Maynard. That's for sure. Chris Lang got your BA pin. Fantastic. If you got your BA pin, please make sure you put a photo up on Instagram and tag me so we can show the world what it looks like. Like I said, all the pins were sent last Wednesday. If you still haven't received it, give it until tomorrow. And if you still haven't received it tomorrow, let me know. I'll look into it. But yes, they're all starting to filter through. Love it, Josh. I saw yours. Mark, another similarity with Maynard and Martin. Both released the ball before unintentional contact was made. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know how you look at this. The way from the eye test, I'll be honest, from the eye test, I thought, all right, well, that's a week just because of what's happened all year. But now that these Maynard things happened, I just thought, if you elect to make an action and it results in a concussion, and that was a pretty severe concussion too for young Brayshaw, I've just been led to believe you're going to be held accountable. So that's that. And so this report as well, which we'll go through eventually, this was obviously done after the Cripps incident. So let's see how we go. It's going to be one of those nights. I think we'll buckle ourselves in and go again. We don't have any new updates on the Martin matter yet. I think they're still trying to get rid of the Maynard the Maynard incident. I'll tell you the other thing I've enjoyed tonight, and that's Twitter. I've been listening to all the updates, and some of the internet's just undefeated, and some of the things I've read are just hilarious. Some of the reactions, but this is footy. Who actually knows what's going on? That's the truth. Ben Leonard got his pin. I think Maynard still gets one. There's a bit of hope with the Maynard decision. Maybe. How did Van Ruin get one match? I don't know. My feel is that by the end of tonight, Martin will have 1 week. That's my gut feel. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we could find a way, depending on the angle, if we could find a way to prove that the impact was low. And I don't know how they do that, but that's where my instinct goes. But we're going to find out at some point in the next little bit of time what the arguments will be, what the angles will be, and we'll be here for every single second of it. It's great. It is great. Okay. Oh, that's a good point too. Just looking on Twitter. Pommy did mention there was an earlier incident involving Blakey striking the back of Mackay's head in a marking contest. Oh, that was from the Mackay concussion. Speaking of, oi.
How are we doing?
Yeah, mate, we're good.
What about that fucking marathon?
I'm surprised there weren't any other tribunal streams for that.
Well, most Collingwood fans are subscribed to this. They probably expected us to do the Maynard one for them.
We would do it. Yeah. What a marathon. What did you make of Maynard?
I wasn't genuinely shocked, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's just a precautionary exercise, isn't it? I mean, I've got to say though, some of the arguments presented in that were quality banter for the impartial. Do you know what I mean? I've got to say, I thought the AFL fucked up where they just kept having a degree in biomechanics, right? So that is effectively what you go to school to become a golf pro for. It is all biomechanics. To hear a lawyer argue with a biomechanic expert makes me laugh a little bit because, being a lawyer's one thing, being specialised in something else is something else. And I thought as soon as the AFL lawyer started arguing with raw science, you are in a world of hurt, because science is the art of fact. So you can't really argue with something that is proven multiple times.
Yeah. It was also an insight into the fans, like a lot of the Collingwood fans, and how they, not just Collingwood fans, but like when it's us, it'll be our fans, how people view such processes and what actually goes down. It's so funny. My perception of the Collingwood argument was, it's Brayshaw's fault, got in his way, etc., which I thought was interesting. Love a good victim complex, but he got cleared, so who knows?
Do I sound harsh when this is like, you see, I've stayed quiet on it, right? And there's a reason. It wound me up when every club had an opinion on Patrick Cripps. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, the only people that were entitled to have an opinion on Patrick Cripps was Brisbane Lions and Carlton Football Club. They were the two sides affected, right?
Yeah.
Don't get how anyone is complaining that isn't from Collingwood or Melbourne Football Club. Like, not my place, not my monkey. Couldn't give a fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, fair play to him. I mean, I always look at it this way. I'm quite, think I'm quite a self-aware human being. If that was Patrick Cripps, I would be on this show now saying no case to answer. If Brayshaw, you replace that with any Carlton player, I would be like, the guy needs 9 to 15 years for GBH. Do you know what I mean? Sport's one of them wonderful things. You've always got to sometimes take yourself out of it, and just remember, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Yeah. Look, it had to go through the process. We spoke about it on Monday.
100%.
And I think, irrespective of what the outcome was tonight with Maynard, and even for Jack Martin, irrespective, because of what's happened over the course of the last 12 months with the Senate inquiry, which, I repeat, no media outlet apart from the ABC covered this week, but that's another conversation. You have to, it has to, at the bare minimum, go through a deliberation, and there has to be levels of consideration on either side. I think it's negligent to have not had it go through a process, and for whatever reason, like Michael Christian, the fact that he wanted to just let it go through and say no case to answer, like, I just find that so grossly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's things that annoy me that you see in AFL that you don't see in other sports is like exaggerations of the situation you're seeing, then being given real life consequences, which always make me chuckle. So two of them make me laugh, right? One is, victim blaming. And I've seen people allude to how victim blaming works in society. And I'm like, you are talking about a micro condensed sport, right? And then you are putting that on a big world problem of victim blaming, which is grossly unfair, right? Firstly. And then number two is the AFL don't care about the head, right? Which is the most uneducated statement I have probably heard since one time I was in a pub and some bloke tried to explain to me about how high jet fuel burns, right? So let that sink in, right? That's quite moronic. Now, of course they care about the head, but how does a one-match ban, right? Let's just say one-match ban, how does that fix dementia in 30 years? How does Maynard playing in a final next week help Brayshaw's future? It doesn't at all. It doesn't at all. It's not going to take back the damage. That's nothing. What they've done to prove they care about the head is by now making it go to these situations where before there has been many cases we pointed out last time that didn't even get this far, that were worse or equally as bad. So for me, I hope we see moving forward, Laura Kane sent a message that any concussion, anything involving with a concussion,
has to.
there needs to be an independent review board
Mhm.
after every game that looks at any concussion, and then they go through and literally do this with everyone to safeguard not just the player, the precious sport we hold dear, football.
Yep.
Precious.
Yep. Well, this is the update. Carlton is challenging High Impact, saying Martin has pleaded guilty to medium impact, meaning he is asking for a one-match ban. All right. So that's the angle. That's where we're going down.
Lottie, the Cars analogy is really easy. They use the Cars analogy to prove a point on how speed and timing works. So that's where cars and humans are the same. Do you know what I mean? Because momentum affects anything that has speed and mass. So that works in space. So they used an analogy that is tangible. So they were understanding human running at X speed, impacting at Y equals result. So they used a different one. So that's a logical argument. If someone's stupid, like the lawyer was at AFL, who couldn't understand the very basics of science, they use something a little bit easier to understand, cars. So because you can't have emotion in an accident, you can't have emotion. Emotions are relevant. Feelings, how it made people feel. Do you know what I mean? That's irrelevant. No one cares. Oh, I watched it in the first row and I cried a little bit because Brayshaw's my favourite player. No one gives a fuck about that. The cold, hard facts are we need to make sure Brayshaw's all right. We need to make sure that Maynard goes through the due diligence. And then we need to make sure from this we have processes in place that doesn't happen frequently. And when it does, we have systems in place to care for the player, but also re-educate players so they don't make them decisions. It's easy. Hey, Tori!
Hey, Tori.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Oh, not a lot. Just have all my memes were popping off just before, so I was just having a great time.
Are we cooking lasagna tonight
Memes.
from work?
No lasagna. I'm
No
at home.
lasagna? Very good.
No
Oh, by
lasagna.
the way, I'm printing labels out for those who order pins on the spot and getting them ready to put into the box tomorrow. Tori.
Hi.
Well done tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was fun.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Mm-hmm. Well, I missed like the last 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, not much happened in the last 10, 15 minutes. That's so fine.
Yeah. Where are your thoughts on Jack Martin?
Jack Martin. I think he'll get one.
Yeah.
Which is what they're asking for anyway. I think it'd be stupid of them anyway, not to put it down. But it's just I don't trust anything the tribunal does anymore anyway. So I'm just...
you can never know.
They're not consistent. I just don't know how you you can't predict anything they're going to do.
Well, Gleason, also a Collingwood man, just saying. There's a lot of them in key places, mate.
Ironic.
I don't know, Pommy. I'm partial to a conspiracy here or there, but this is just getting out of control.
It's very weird. Super League, if you go to the Super League in UK, the Rugby League, part of their amendments, like in the late 90s, where it was impartial people in the judicial panel. Yep. So they had no affiliation, and they did that by taking them from different parts of the UK that hated rugby, that were traditional poor rugby areas, but they were versed in sports law. That's something that I think moving forward we need. Like, why have you got ex-players in decision-making capacities with loyalties to clubs, especially in a final? Do you know what I mean? Like, would Christian have been that? I mean, the rumours are going around. I don't know if you've read it on Twitter. A lot of people reporting that Christian, like, threatened to resign. I saw one of the Collingwood guys post that, retweet that. Now, that to me says a lot, doesn't it? About that says two things to me. One, he was so willing to get his own way that he was going to use the power of his pull. But two, how threatened is a big man by a woman? Big, brave, burly man.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit upset because, you know, his new female boss overruled him. So he spat his dummy out and hoped all of his mates would be like, oh, no, you've got to side with Michael. That's what's wrong with the AFL. There's too much of that mentality. I am who I am and I'm right. Michael should be literally thinking, I want to protect the game and safeguard this for future generations. But he wanted to protect his little love interest in his club, didn't he?
I'm reading through the reasons for the Maynard decision. Very interesting. So also, what did I see here? So Peter, I was in this camp as well. I was until I read this. Maybe I can share my screen. Until I read this, because I wanted to understand why did they give high impact when it clearly wasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom the fuck right in here. Right? So let's go here to impact. Consideration will be given as to whether the impact is low, medium, high, or severe. In determining the level of impact, regard will be had for several factors. Firstly, consideration given to the extent of the force, and in particular, any injury sustained by the player who was offended against. The absence of injury does not preclude the classification of impact as severe. Secondly, the potential to cause injury must be factored in to the determination of impact, particularly in the following cases: intentional strikes, such as those with a swinging, clenched fist, raised forearm or elbow, high bumps, any head-high contact with a player who has his head over the ball, particularly when contact is made from an opponent approaching from a front-on position, forceful swings that make head-high contact to a player in a marking contest, and then any contact that occurs when the victim player should not reasonably be expecting or is not reasonably prepared for contact or dangerous tackle. So in the case of any intentional strike, strong consideration will be given to the distance the incident occurs from the ball and the expectation of the contact of the player. Thirdly, consideration given not only to the impact between the offending player and the victim, but also any other impact of the victim player. So it says here, where a victim player, as a result of the impact from the offending player, is pushed into the path of a fast-moving third player, the impact of the victim of the player must be classified as high or severe, even though... No, where was it? I found the sentence.
My God, I'm sorry to interrupt. Hi, Ari. Hi, Brandon. And hi, Jasmina, before they all yell at me.
They are.
Hello. Come in. Join. Come and hang out.
Why are you in the chat?
Oh, yeah. It should be noted that the low impact is the minimum impact required for a classifiable reportable offence, and this requires more than just a negligible impact. The MRO may, however, consider the potential to cause injury to upgrade impact from negligible to a higher level of impact. So I think they just start conservatively high. So
it was riveting, that, wasn't it, Terry?
The MRO will consider whether contact to the victim player was high or to the groin or to the body. In the interest of protecting the health and welfare of the players, sanctions for head-high contact and contact to the groin will be more severe. Well, that wasn't the case with Toby Green, just saying.
Martin has pled guilty to medium impact, meaning the club as seeking a 1-game suspension.
Correct. I think
so that makes it more straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward, right? It's pretty straightforward. It's a week. That's how I see it.
I wonder if Carlton have done the old, double bluff, and they've gone in saying, look, we'll accept medium, and then accidentally make their grading wrong, and it becomes no suspension, free to play. The old classic distraction technique.
Hey, when you guys post things like letters, do you lick the envelope?
No.
When do I don't send letters.
So I started. By the way, the things come in these.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. So I started by licking them, and then I started getting like a headache. You know, when you're like, do you remember when you were 4 years
isn't
old?
it like toxins and isn't it not good for you?
Yeah. Do you not remember like eating glue when you were in grade prep? Was that just me?
There's always one.
No, I did it like for 6 or 7 in a row, and then I started feeling a bit weird. So then I started getting like this glass of water and then just dipping my finger and getting it like wet with water and then going over the glue part. It was fantastic.
I'm with Sandra here. Don't every envelope I have in the house has them little strips
Well, okay,
that
sorry.
you just peel off, and
Yeah, well,
it's then
I didn't
sticky.
I didn't get those ones. Oh, look who it is.
Hello. I was being yelled
Aristotle.
at to join.
No, you
I thought
haven't.
I'd-
Yeah.
What's happening?
Mate, just another tribunal stream. We're ready
So
for
says
this.
Mina.
Yeah.
I feel like you should book
Oh.
these in for like pre-season. I reckon you should book like at least 4 of these in
Mhm.
at just sporadic times, because I reckon you might just hit it
Yeah.
just on the off chance.
Oh, is that what the sponge is for? Ah,
Sponge.
there you go. There you go.
I'm genuinely shocked, Terry, that you didn't know this.
Do I look like someone that sends many letters?
Yes.
Well, you're fucking selling badges that go in letters, so I'd assume that quite quickly you become one.
Well, prior to selling the pins, I had never sold pins.
Oh, Terry. Terry, you need DNA. Honestly, you want to go and get tested licking paper in these times, post-COVID times. You would have thought that 2-year lockdown would have taught you something.
No, seriously, I started feeling really weird after like 6 of them, and I was like, okay, something's not right here. Like,
Why don't you just tuck it in?
what do you mean?
That's a good point. Oh, no, because they'll come out, won't it?
Like it's got to be
When you send
sealed.
it.
Sticky tape it.
The solution. No, the solution is to buy envelopes that have the self glue. You know, Andy. By the way, medium impact is not a fine in this case. It would be a week.
I'm just enjoying the fact Terry's like, I licked a few and then started feeling a bit woozy.
Riveting stuff.
This is content. This is content. This is content.
We've got David Leiter covered.
So the booze hound here, he messages me earlier. He goes, "Hey man, like, oh, where's my pin?" I said, "Oh, look, I sent it on Wednesday last week." He's like, "Where'd you send it?" I'm like, the address you gave me.
Well done, Terry.
Hey, Jasmina.
Terry added me way too quickly. I was flipping everyone off in the,
Why? What
in
happened?
the
She was
thing. And then you
swearing at
added
the
me, and
camera.
I was flipping everyone off when you added me into the thing. You didn't give me much time.
I mean, we're going to be here for a while, so
I
Terry
know,
didn't
we're
give
gonna
you
be
the
here
warning.
Why
Yeah.
are we all spread out weirdly?
They're all saying it in the chat. That's rude.
Yeah, Jasmina, that's not very besties etiquette of you. My goodness.
That was not meant for all of you. It was meant to be in the waiting room.
Jasmina, fake.
there we go. There we go.
Yes.
That better?
That's
Tori's
very
just
funny.
ostracized by herself.
There you go. Should be right.
We've
Hey,
got an update.
actually, that's a nice layout. I quite like it, Terry. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's
Click
quite
the
cool.
link. Get the pin.
We
So,
have an update, Tez. They are currently having
yeah,
an argument.
I'm just reading here. We're having some back and forth about what video evidence is allowed to be submitted. So the tribunal, you got Jeff Gleeson in the chair, Jason Johnson, and Shane Wakelin. Didn't Shane Wakelin play for Collingwood? Anyway, don't worry about that. And the legal reps, Peter O'Farrell for Carlton, Andrew Woods for the AFL. Mate, after Andrew Woods' performance earlier, he might fumble this one too.
Mate, I mean, it's not a real good case for Carlton, to be fair, because Jason Johnson played for Essendon as well. So you got Essendon, Pies, and Jeffrey Gleeson.
There's too many Collingwood people in powerful places. That's what I learnt today.
To the
So
person
true.
asking how
So
Harry
true.
is, I have a reply. Where did it go?
What's that?
I lost it. Someone was asking how Harry was. There it
Do
is.
you have him on
found
speed
it.
though?
No. There's always a Ben and Harry podcast episode that comes out on a Wednesday, so I'm sure he'll tell us all how he's feeling tomorrow.
I think Harry should have the week off the podcast this week.
Yes, I think there's more
Well,
pressing
we'll
issues.
find out if they did, but I haven't heard any different. They usually record on a Monday, though. Maybe they did. I'm
I
curious.
just think it's Harry should just.
Take a rest.
Well, what do you know? Brandon Powell just ordered a pin. So guess what I'm going to do?
Live. This is
He's gonna
content.
This
He's
is
gonna leak envelope.
530 people.
Envelope.
Please don't leak the envelope, Terry.
Just
I'll show you what I do.
Tom,
You know the best
What?
part about this is you can just go about my
you've got
night.
no funky background going on. You're like actually in real space.
Where have you
Shows
been?
how
Desmond?
it
shows how much-
it shows
Yeah.
how supportive the Carlton besties are.
Yeah, they don't
like,
even watch.
the rest of the
Shows
I
big
how
didn't
much
say a
jazz-
word.
choose into the
Do
content.
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like the Carlton besties share this like this, and you never see them share like
Don't-
anyone else's content.
Generalize it. It's just her.
You are looking at a more one-sided relationship than when Cam Paulson was in the forward line at the moment. You know what I mean?
That's niche. That's
Me,
niche.
me and Terry and Mark Murphy and Cripps getting it to him, and he's just doing fuck all with it. I tell you.
Yes, Tori.
What did I say?
You had your hand up.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Can you just say to the crowd that Brandon can join the live because he asked for your permission first?
What? Yeah,
a bit of a
join.
See?
Yeah.
Who asked for permission?
Yeah, he
Join.
goes, I need Terry's permission. I don't want to be out of place.
Silly
Join.
response, Brandon.
Mate, I'm
So
out here sending
bad.
pins. What do you mean?
Get the lid.
This
Get
is-
the lid guy in here.
I'd
Yeah,
argue
that's
he can
take
only
over.
improve this.
What's that?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
Ari,
Get the lid guy.
Yes, Pom.
can I
He
ask?
has
You've
the
got
link.
that's Messi behind you in it. Maradona, Ronaldinho, Zidane, Beckham. Is that Pele? Is it Ronaldo behind you and then Fat Ronaldo?
Yeah, so Fat Ronaldo, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Fat
there we are.
Ronaldo and
I was trying to work out who the one in between Pele and Ronaldo was, but then you moved and I saw
Well,
the seven.
I've got Jack Harlow.
I know who that is. I'm aware of that one.
Yeah.
And
At
you've got
the
he
Pele
does that.
Pele.
He sings that TikTok song, doesn't he? One about
Yes.
about playing. Yeah.
Do we think the AFL will appeal the Maynard decision?
I think they will.
Apparently they're not.
No. Okay.
Who
then
said
not.
that?
That apparently, I don't know. Ask Hannah. Hannah said apparently the AFL have said they're not because we were talking about that in chat.
Hannah, are you around? Wait, how do we get
Hannah?
Brandon in? Hey, your mum. Oh, he's here. Hey, mate.
Thank you,
Hello.
Jess. Someone had to recognize my
Hi, Brenda.
Hello, Ari. We have a new friend.
Oh my god, it's a besties takeover.
This guy does
Yep.
this guy's the lead guy.
Yeah,
The
this is
lid
the
guy?
lid guy.
Wow.
We have the lead guy, the stat guy.
So, Brandon Powell,
That's
this is you. Just letting you know. This is you. Thank you very much. I'm going to get it out into the post box first thing in the morning. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to do it tonight before I go to bed. The post box is right outside my house. So,
sorry.
That's handy.
Terry, someone wants to buy one now. If you, this is, I feel so stalkerish reading this out. If you lick it closed on stream,
yeah, I'll
We're
look
getting to real kind of
I feel
MA
like this has
15
become
plus or-
OnlyFans blue abroad.
yeah.
Yeah.
like, do you
and-
want to watch me go red in the face? Is that the kind of vibe we
No, I
want?
just think they want to see your tongue come out of your mouth and lick something. To be honest,
Okay,
My
okay.
One, my one came
Anyways.
today. Terry, did you lick this one? It came today.
This is a total different vibe to the Monday show, I tell you.
Why is Harry's head floating on Tori's screen?
I don't know.
Tori, that's very
Oh,
clever.
it's on
of you.
top of your mic. I can see now.
It does look like a floating head. Wait. can you see?
Wait, pause. Someone in chat asked me why Jack Harlow is in a frame and not Charlie Kerno, and I'll explain this to you.
Oh god.
For my birthday, Tori is gonna edit a Vogue cover, a Vogue magazine cover with Charlie on it to go next to Jack, because that's a magazine cover.
Well, was I had to make that? Did I have to?
Yeah, you have.
Says something
Yeah, you've got to
That's
make
my
that.
to-do
You
list.
said you were gonna do that. You said I'll
Yeah,
do it for your birthday. No
For your
worries.
birthday. Your birthday's still a month away.
Yeah, a month.
I'll get there.
Everyone, my birthday's on the 15th of October. Don't forget.
Is that content
Why
you
isn't
want public?
Faz in a frame behind Pommy? So valid. Why is that, Pommy?
Good question.
Why is it
Jasmine, you could just sit here reading the comments. I've got.
Are you trading on first?
That's a good point, actually, Faz. I dreadfully apologise as my IRL bestie. I'll sort that out, mate. Tell you what, that'll be the next thing that I do. I'll sort that out. Apologies, Faz. Sincerely.
Okay. Oh, interesting update. Jack Martin won't give evidence.
Ooh.
Yeah, he doesn't have
The
time.
Blues have submitted that the vision speaks for itself. I mean, look, we're not trying to get it off. It's not complicated. It's just not complicated. He played on. He did a scat. He played on. He was arguably best on ground. One of. Continued on, and that's it. Just downgrade it. Give him the week, and everyone just goes home happy. Tell you what, a fresh Jack Martin for a prelim. Hook it to my veins.
Yeah, I also think the fact that he went off and did a Scat 5 isn't as important as what it probably would have been last year, because obviously now everyone's doing concussion tests for literally for everything. So I think the fact that he did a concussion test doesn't scream that shouldn't be a big kind of impact on whether or not it's high or medium, because I just think everyone's doing concussion tests now for obviously very valid reasons. But yeah. Just my
Terry,
personal-
Mr. I want to watch you lick has bought a pin, evidently.
Sorry?
Mr. I want to watch you lick pin.
Karis 018, is your name Dad? Because that's what I've got here. Someone just wrote that.
That would make sense if he was called Daddy and he's asked you to lick something, and when it would literally make so much sense. It would complete
Terry.
my blue abroad career.
Yeah, mate.
Hannah's here, so you can ask her. She's in the chat.
Hannah, what do you know about the AFL is not going to appeal, and how did you know that?
I'm back in 5, all right?
Okay, Dad. Now everyone knows you'll be back in 5.
Thanks, Dad.
Bye, Jim.
Cheers, Jazzy's dad.
Shout out to Jim. Ow, my
Yeah, he'll be back in 5.
Terry, are you going to yell at me if I tell you that I haven't bought a pin yet?
I'm not surprised, Ari. You're not one to support.
I haven't bought a pin, but if I buy a pin, I have a question.
I'm not one to support. Sorry?
The backhanders here. I love it.
That's all right.
No one needs to buy a pin. It's just those that really want to have a 7.
Jasmina didn't buy her pin.
Well,
I was there when you got the pins.
Yeah.
Wow. So Jazz doesn't need to buy a pin, but everyone else does.
Yeah.
Well, she just happened to be
Sure.
around.
And I
when
also gifted him a pin, a vintage one in return. So
I'll give him a pin.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got a
don't
lot
have
of
to.
gifts to give him.
okay, Ari.
I can offer you one Harry head.
Brandon,
Sorry?
Yes,
how are you, mate?
I'm doing great. Sitting here with my pin that I bought to support the channel, Ari.
Why are you telling me?
Don't put it
Jazz
on.
was the one that
Don't
didn't
put it on.
buy it.
Actually, I haven't taken it out of the packet yet. I just took it
If
out of the
anything,
envelope.
Jazz is taken away from the channel. I
At
haven't
least I have a pin. At least I have a pin.
At
And
least I watched the
least
content.
I literally am on here right now. I was watching it before.
Oh dear.
Pommy, what have we done?
Well, I've got to say, both of my kids are
that in
horrifically
shot?
sick at the moment, so it's
you
nice
go.
to see bickering because I haven't seen it today.
There you go.
It's
There you go.
good.
See that?
Very good.
I gotta sit with my posture up. It's uncomfortable.
You
so I'm
know
gonna take it off, but- Very nice pin though, Terry.
I
Very
don't
nice.
have a pin, but I have one of these. Wait, these. Is it
Okay,
loaded?
this has become a pissing contest now.
Let's just relax. Let's
What?
just,
Yeah.
let's just all take a deep
This
breath.
is my reason I don't have a pin because I have BA merch.
Mm.
I'm not
Do
looking at
they
the
I've
still
old
got, to break, I've got to break this
Do you
up because
get these?
now I want to see you lick it live, Terry. He says he's bought it. Like, I have no idea why I want to.
Does this
Karis,
have
you've
to go
got
behind a
me
paywall? I
invested.
think this has to go behind a paywall.
Do you know what his name is on the order?
What?
Terry, remember doxing's the most heinous crime of 2023, so be careful.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. You little kids crying that you get doxed. You talk shit online and then you cry when someone reveals your identity. Anyway,
Wow. Bang.
he said it says lick the envelope, Terry. Love, name of person.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Karis,
Anyway,
I helped you out, mate. I
guess
was
the
your
name?
wingman in this.
anyway
Is there a
the
tribunal
latest,
hearing on tonight?
the latest update is there is no update.
It's a tribunal here.
Ari, were you impressed with our Gridley the other night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, really impressed.
We got the unicorn, bro. What do you
I
mean?
did say that. You got like a 4 score or something.
See that?
I'm
Aaron
not one
Mowat.
for. Yeah, I did say I'm not one for. I'm not partial to a grid though anymore. It's not in my wheelhouse.
Okay. Fair.
Just lacks that knowledge. Yeah, friend.
Hayden, this is for
Oh
you.
yes, notorious stat guide lacks knowledge.
Well,
So
yeah,
true.
we can all use a website to look up stats, can't we?
Oh,
Don't expose him live.
I love you, Ari. I
No,
promise.
you guys are making me sweat.
I'm
I
playing
can't
around.
do
I'm playing
this.
around. I'm playing around. We love Ari.
No, it's all
We
right.
love
Not everyone can have the charisma to pull it off. It's okay.
You know. You're not
You're
wrong.
very welcome.
Ari,
You're a very
Karis.
charismatic guy.
Ari,
Yes, she does.
My goodness gracious
I'm
me.
not even going there. I'm actually not going there. These
that was
people in the chat are gonna literally be like, "Oh, cool! I've just come here to watch a whole bunch of little kids fight while Tez and Tommy just sit there."
I'd say that's on brand.
On Brandon.
Yes,
Oh,
good
God.
gear.
Haha.
See.
So Jack Martin, hey?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's start talking about our options because now we know that we're trying to get Jack Martin off for 1 week. Pommy, Jack Martin, if he's out, which let's assume that he will be. Who is the replacement? Oh, that is gross. I'm telling you, don't do that, kids.
Tez is dying from glue poisoning.
Dear. Things Terry will do for $17.
$17. Was it worth it?
Plus postage. I would assume that you will see that Jack Silvani will be the Harry replacement and Jesse Motlop will be the Jack Martin replacement. He liked rolling him up the high half forward line and by making it one guarantees the win, doesn't it? Voss wants one because he'll get through Melbourne, but he wants him for Brisbane, so that makes me even more confident. Carlton by 24. Thanks.
The margins are just getting higher and higher every time I hear from someone new, and it's just giving me more and more anxiety.
I don't
Yeah, but-
remember what we said. Did I give a margin on the bestie?
I said 11, and you said 3.
No way I said 3. I wouldn't have done that
Oh,
to myself. No, that was the Port game I said 4. I don't think I gave one for
No,
the...
Cam said 4. Did Cam say no? Cam said I don't even know, but they're
Do I
getting
look like
higher and
Camilla?
higher.
I'm not... Don't worry.
I don't remember what you said. I don't even think you said anything. I don't know.
Frankie's,
Anyway, what's all your margins and magic lalas? Win or margin magic lala? Go, everyone, except Tori and I.
wait. Can we do that in a
Terry?
minute? Oh,
Yeah, it's Terry's show, guys.
no, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
my
sorry,
show.
Terry.
No, I wanted to go to Ari. I wanted to see
Oh.
what Ari had to say about selection.
Oh no, yeah, I
Oh.
did.
And then he gave me a backhanded fucking comp. What the fuck was that, Ari?
Oh, the king of backhanded compliments.
wanted to give you a bit of a spot, and you've just given me.
No, that's all right. I'll take it. Let's go. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
mate. What do you think about selection?
No, I did a Palm's thoughts. I think it's pretty cut and dry. Be interesting to say who the sub is though. Probably Dow or Fisher. But yeah, no Lucky Plowman within the realms of selection, which is sad face, but it's all right. Can't win them all.
Sad face. I love that.
Okay. All right, besties. Margins. Let's go. Lalas and margins. I like it.
Winner, margin, Lala. Terry.
You didn't say it right.
Start with Brandon.
Brandon.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. Terry's licking glue. We'll go to him last.
Sorry about me. I'm 32 years old eating glue.
Oh, someone clip that, please. Someone clip that, please. I'm 32 years old, eating glue.
Brandon.
Semi-final. Carlton, win. Margin, 20 points.
Quick fire
Lala?
questions. Lala.
Jack Silvani kicks 3 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said 2.
Nice.
Wavelength.
Nice.
Yeah. He's
Ari?
gonna come in with a bang.
Quick fire.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Can't win.
Today.
Yeah, can't win. By it'll be 15 points, and Magical Lala will be. Oh goodness! Alex Shinkata kicks a goal. There we go.
I love that Lala. Good Lala.
Pommy.
Carlton win 22. TDK 3 goals.
Oh.
That is Lala.
I like that a lot. I like that a
All
lot.
right, glue guy.
Yeah,
Glue boy.
glue man.
What's
Carlton
next?
by-
Crayons.
Carlton by 1.
I know you're taking the piss. I know you're
No.
taking the piss.
No, mate. Carlton by 1. We're going to break the decibel record at the MCG, which is, I think, 140. Zach Fisher comes on as the sub and kicks 2 goals in the 4th. Actually, I thought Jack Silvani would kick 3, but I don't want to repeat. That's the truth.
Yeah, you just
Well,
have to
that-
say that you just have to back it. So just say Brandon,
Yeah.
I back that.
Just
Oh.
solidifies the fact that he's gonna
Yeah.
demolish the Melbourne backline.
Amen.
Can I just? I want to ask a question because I was thinking about this the other day. Did
Yeah.
anyone?
Mm.
Can I? No. Did
No, there was
anyone?
just a comment that killed me a little bit
Oh,
inside.
no, sorry, no, that's all right. I'll wait.
No, go.
No.
Ari.
Did anyone actually enjoy watching that last quarter at the time? Was anyone
Like
like,
Yes.
yeah, live
I had
Yeah.
a great time. I was living my best life.
during the
Besides
game?
the Karen behind me.
Yeah, I'm actually being serious when I tell you I was not worried in that last quarter, even in the dying minutes.
No,
I wasn't worried. It was weird.
neither.
It was
I just
so
knew we were
weird.
fine.
No,
Because we were
Yeah.
up. If we were down and it was that close, I'd be
Then I
half
would have
worried.
been, yeah.
I would have been panicked that we just get it down there. But I have so much faith in the brick wall that is our backline at the moment that it's just
Yeah.
we win close games these days, didn't you know?
I backed that touring.
Thanks.
No worries.
Chris wants a list of all the 1995 stats I've done this year. They're in a thread on my Twitter.
They're on the
Yeah,
put the link. Put the link
You
to
know
your
we-
thread.
Sorry. What we also need is, I think I've got you on. I'm going to say I've got at least 14 of them so far on video.
Yeah,
like-
I'm gonna have to make more because we haven't done them all.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Like
how
it
we're doing.
started
The
from
Bulldogs game.
round
Bulldogs
round
game.
6 or
Like-
7.
Something like that.
Yeah.
9. Round 9.
Tell
Tell you
that's
what.
the problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
bit of banter in the tribunal. Ready for this?
Here we go.
O'Farrell says, I understand the panel has had a long afternoon and a long evening, so I'll seek to be brief. And Jeff Gleason has responded, we are bright as buttons.
Zing.
That makes one of us.
Also, O'Farrell says the sanction for Martin is The sanction for Martin is inconsistent with similar incidents of the past. So the initial sanction that was given. So there's a bit of a.
It was
I agree.
lovely.
So why are we not trying to get him off? Like, why are we just doing the 1 week? Is it because it's safer to just do the 1 week because we're more likely to get the 1 week than get him off? Is that why?
I think it's a situation where you either argue like a total reclassification, so it's like either 2 weeks or 0,
Mhm.
or you just try and reduce it to 1.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's easier to argue that this is medium impact rather than not a reportable offence.
Yeah.
And because of the way the tribunal works with it's the box ticking system, there's no room for nuance, which is just great. It really helps. So we're kind of left in a real sticky situation, I think.
Ari, what was your stat from week 1?
As in round 1?
Mm-hmm.
There was 2.
There was 2, yeah. Tori's right, there's 2.
Tori's a big fan of the stats.
Yeah.
I love this. Actually, Tony's a big fan of the stats. I just have to listen to them on repeat.
Everyone's a big fan, don't lie. Round 1, there was 2. The first one was the last time Carlton drew in round 1. We won the flag.
Pause. Week 1 of finals, he meant.
Ah. Right.
So this week's stat.
No, round 1. Sorry, round 1 of the season.
No, it says in the comments.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Of finals.
Do you want me to just rattle them all off? All
Just do it
24, all 24, 5 of them?
Okay,
no,
okay.
Let's not do them all.
Let's do them all.
Take that long.
Shane, I can confirm your order is received. It's already on the way, mate. I got you, bro.
Or you just have to make a separate video and go through them all again.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I want a video at the end of all of them.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. That can
We've
be
already
arranged.
picked the last one.
Yeah.
In different costumes as well.
Mhm.
Yes, I'll bring 27 different tops.
In
He wears the
different
same
places.
thing every week to the footy. There's no point.
Yeah, he literally does.
Yeah,
But then
Can you bring the salmon shirt?
I can bring the salmon
Yeah,
shirt.
the
I'll make sure I bring my
salmon, yeah.
jeans as well. Anyways, finals
the
week
salmon.
1. It's pink, but we move. The last time Carlton had exactly 2 players kick 2 or more goals in the club's first final of the year at home against the interstate team was 1995.
Wow.
And what happened in 1995, Ari?
It's a great question. We won the flag.
Indeed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your mum, $8. Is there any chance of Is there any chance of Martin getting suspended sentence? No. Basically, I think tonight is a situation where they either accept the downgraded ruling of the impact to medium, or they don't. So that's that.
I was fine until Ari laughed.
That's tickled me. Yeah, that's really funny. That's really funny.
Greg, mate, we love you too. You're right. Why are we even here? He swung a closed fist and it hit a player in the face. It's true.
Do you reckon if he was given 1 week we would have challenged? Yeah, we would have.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
we would.
Yeah. You have to. Is that important? Like,
Yeah. No, don't question.
Your mum as well. My pleasure responding. But also, it is kind of a suspended sentence. It works the opposite way. If you get let off, it goes against you down the track, genuinely.
Yeah.
I'm a bit cold, not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah? Well, you should get where's your besties hoodie?
All the way over there.
Oh, I had the aircon in the house today.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful day, huh?
It was
So
stunning.
beautiful, guys.
Yeah, here we go.
Great.
Tweet from Mitch Cleary. The AFL will
Alright.
decide tomorrow morning whether to appeal the Braden Maynard decision.
Okay, so Hannah's a liar. Hannah, you're a liar.
what if they decide no?
Then she's making assumptions before she knows.
I think as long as it goes through the tribunal and goes through the process, that is the most important thing. Because,
Oh,
that was a bad concussion. A bad.
it was really bad.
It was awful.
What's that, Tori? Guys, this comment's important. This is my limited edition Harry Mackay Coleman medal bobblehead. That is gold.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
I got it for my birthday from Jess. Jess, if you're in the chat, hi.
Well done.
And I refused to take it out of the box because of this.
Oh, true. You can't be trusted.
I can't be trusted.
That's like me. You know when you get I'm Greek, so as a kid I didn't have a choice. You know, like you get christened or baptized.
Yep.
I cannot and have never been able to keep a cross without like losing it or breaking it.
That's
even get Stella started.
that's a real sticky situation down my end as well.
Pommy,
Really?
you have a cross?
Yes, mate.
Do you have a cross?
What do you mean? Do I have a cross?
Like, I don't know. Like, you're Catholic?
One of these?
Oh, okay. Well, this is just
Guys.
One of these?
No.
Oh.
You've seen I have my pentagram. I'm just not wearing it at the moment. But no, I don't have a cross.
My one is currently being repaired, unfortunately.
I don't think I'm not anymore.
Guys, I need to actually make a statement for you guys. I put this mutty on with the evil eye. This one. That used to be it's been in my family for a really long time. And I put it on Gold Coast game and we've pretty much been flying ever since. So not taking that off. Congratulations, everyone. You're welcome.
That's great commitment there, Jazz. Well done.
And to answer your question, Terry, I have a cross, and this is my christening cross. So I've had this like my whole life. I've never had an issue with it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I just want to quickly bring up this comment. It was not. I can't remember the last time. I don't think I mentioned that. But Argentina have won the World Cup 3 times in their history: 1978, 1986, and 2022. And the first, obviously, 1979 can't won the flag. 1987 can't won the flag. 2023 TBD.
Didn't you just say 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this year's 2023.
Oh, okay. I understand. I didn't get that point.
Yeah. So there's that.
Can you stop holding Harry's head like that? It's giving me.
I don't know what else to do with him.
Sorry?
I feel if I put him down, I'm going to knock him off again. And we all know what happened last time.
What is this?
It's on Twitter. I've been tagged in it.
Yeah.
It
is.
Blue Abroad clips. That's changed my life.
Is there a channel called Blue Abroad Clips? Because we have to talk.
That is outstanding.
That would be great.
Where
is this?
I've been tagged. I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it.
Oh, no, maybe just not.
No,
While we wait, for those who didn't watch the Besties live stream, Tori, would you like to explain what you did to Harry this week that led to certain events?
Okay, let's make it clear that this Harry is in the box and safe.
This one is in the box.
This Harry, I got last year sometime. Anyways, before round 1, I dropped him and his head fell off. Okay? Besides the point. There's an episode of the Besties from a couple of weeks ago. I go to show Jasmina and I whack him and he falls off and falls into pieces. Yes, that is a hand. Legs, the lot. Now, he was sitting just on my desk, just here, just the head, the other day, on the morning we drove to Melbourne, which was Thursday morning at about 5:30 a.m. Is my Wi-Fi stuffing up?
Yeah, you've got Joe's Wi-Fi.
Joe's Wi-Fi, yeah.
My Wi-Fi is really bad, guys.
It's all. It's. We need to talk about it.
She lives in the bush. That's why.
Yeah, because she actually lives in a metal shack in the middle of the bush with all the deers.
Jasmina.
Okay, update,
guys.
We need to bring this back into line. So we have an update. O'Farrell says that the fact that a head impact assessment occurred doesn't mean impact should be graded high. Those assessments should be encouraged and notes it cleared Blakey of injury.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Also, Tori, I think there's a bit of voodoo going on here with the Harry Mackay paraphernalia.
Have you seen Hannah's comment? Tori Maynard got off in case your Wi-Fi isn't up to speed. I love Hannah so much. Anyways,
Anyway, this stream is this is an
Oh.
interesting
oh,
time
she's
right now.
gone.
She
Oh.
died. That's for
She's
sure.
fixing it. Anyway,
Oh dear.
that's bad.
Oh.
Have we all got tickets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
I said I'm been stressing because I can't remember if I clicked Melbourne like member area or Carlton member area.
Mm-hmm.
So
Didn't we talk about this though, Ari? What bay are you?
I'm Q54. So if anyone is Q54,
You're 2 bays away from me. So I mean,
Yeah, but that's
realistically,
yeah,
we're gonna outnumber them anyway. Like, there's gonna
Yeah, it's
be
fine.
80,000 Carlton members.
but if anyone
What's
in
the
the
problem?
chat is if anyone in the chat's Q54, can you just give me some peace of mind and say that you click the Carlton thing because that'd be great. What are we thinking?
Pommy?
I don't know where. I actually don't know where my tickets are, Ari, so I can't help you. But I'm assuming I would be near you too, because we usually get similar seats.
Pommy, what do you have to say
Yeah.
about the ticketing situation, mate?
Some absolute wet wipes, aren't they? Freaking on the social media. Do you know what I mean?
Am I back?
Not being able to not being able to understand wording of your terms and conditions, crying because you want to be level 2 centre wing. The worst people in the world, honestly. This is, I mean this with, well, I don't mean it with sincerity. I'm not going to lie to you. I've done this too long. But is anyone who's ever used how much money they've spent on membership and then they condense it with time to make themselves feel more superior and important than other people, to make people feel belittled they pay less but got better tickets than you. Complete bastardization of this great football club and the message it's trying to talk about with hashtag stronger together. You know what I mean? No one cares how much money you've got. No one cares. That's a privilege. That's a privilege that you have that shouldn't afford you better rights than anyone else. Just be grateful that you're going to that game, to be fair, and do some simple maths. 100,000 members, 40,000 tickets allocated to Carlton fans means that there is a 60,000 surplus will not be at the game. It ain't rocket science. I knew that maths when I was 4. My kids know that maths at the moment as well. They could quite easily take you through it. So if anyone struggles to comprehend that no one gives a fuck you've been a member for 30 years and you've got fucking 20,000 fucking dollars put away on the Carlton thing, everyone is Carlton at this time of the day, right? So stop being a selfish wanker. No one cares. Go and cry in your shitty little Audi in Toorak and fucking cheer it. But tell you what, for my people, my real people, and I'm talking the real people, working class, people with heart and soul, and not a fucking self-inflated ego, Pommy, Uncle Pom, gives everyone front row seats. Front row seats. We have a bring your own beer license. Bring your own swear words. There'll be no miserable twats telling you to calm down or fucking don't swear, because we swear. We abuse people too on my stream. We let them know what we fucking think, right? And you all have a first front row ticket with Uncle Pom to watch this game on this show. We will abuse people. We will fucking have some fun, and we will cheer these bastards home. And if anyone comes in chat and says, I'm only watching this Pom because I've been spending 50k a year for the last 50 years, I'll block them and tell them to fuck off, because eat the rich. Remember that. Eat the rich. Every problem in today's society is from anyone who's ever posted how much money they've spent. That is it. That is every problem in society. Homelessness, depression, that's all rich people. It ain't the poor. So fuck them.
Clip that shit up.
Tell us, preach. Yeah. I'm just excited to be there.
Literally, I can't.
I would genuinely
understand
sit on the
why-
roof if I had to.
I would genuinely sit outside and just listen if I had to. Like, I don't understand why people are so hell bent on being row A, level 1, level 2, center wing. Like, who cares? Like, you're there.
Yeah.
People that aren't there.
Oh, Jazz, some of the people
Ticket.
though, some of the comments I have seen, like I saw someone put a post up. I can't remember which Facebook forum it was, but they said that they had a real.
That's your problem.
No, but it was a real low tier. It was a low tier, right? It was a low tier membership. And the poor lady was stoked she'd got herself tickets. And some guy was going, "How long have you been a member?" "I've been a member for 15 years. This is a disgrace. I am in level 4. How are you there?" And I'm like, mate, I couldn't give a fuck. The way you're acting means you're not a fan. Like, do you know what I mean? It means you're not going to be loud enough. I want the people who are loud and give a shit near. So if you wear a suit at the game, I will assume you're probably quiet and there to peddle some shitty house. So I want you level 4. I want you at the back, away from real people. I want the loud mental people at the front. Loud. Let these boys know that we're in war with them. Don't want a guy with an Armani fucking suit. Level 1. Tell you what.
Anyways, so
You want to be glad I'm not president of Carlton, because I would sit at the front, and if you wore a suit, you would be banned, and you'd be at level 4, right in the bleachers. As soon as you walked in with a suit, I'd be like, level 4, don't want him near the front.
hang on, Tom. There's nothing wrong with level 4.
There isn't anything wrong, but I want the people close to the ground, the loud. I want you centre wing. I want Tory in front of the goals. In front of the goals. So when Harry makes a mistake, Tory's there going, "It's going to be all right, Harry. Go again."
That's what he needs. I'm telling you. Put me there. I'll message the cheer squad. We'll arrange something.
Have an
Everyone
update.
needs to realize that I'm
there is
a
an update.
European.
Hi.
Needs to understand I'm a European, so I will interrupt people regardless of who they are. Anyways, yes, Terry, you go.
I have an update.
Sorry.
Yes.
O'Farrell brings up Jacob Van Rooyen's bump on Dan McStay, which was graded medium impact rather than high, as in Martin's case. And he says it's not possible to understand why when you look at the footage.
Good argument.
Bingo.
Yeah, you tell him, man. You tell him. Yeah, let him know.
They didn't even contest the Van Rooyen one, so like I think that's pretty.
I kind of thought we would go into tonight trying to just overthrow the whole thing. Part of me thought we would.
I think you got to be safe, right?
Tori?
I think
Okay.
her internet, I think she'll be back. She'll be back.
No, I'm
I think you
here.
got to play. Okay.
I'm
There you go.
here. I'm just going to move upstairs because Dad told me it's a downstairs problem. So if my Wi-Fi doesn't fix when I move, I'll
Do
be
you think
back.
It's maybe are Mum and Dad watching this while you're streaming and being
You know
in
what?
here?
Probably, but it was bad even when they're not. I think it's just because I'm very far away from the Wi-Fi box and I have a Wi-Fi extender and it works to a certain extent. So I'm just going to go upstairs.
Okay. I have a question for everyone. Brandon, we'll start with you, mate, because I haven't heard your voice in a while. Who is on the thumbnail for all the videos this week?
Oh. Semi-final against Melbourne.
Are you
Yeah.
asking our opinion?
There's a correct answer to this, isn't there?
Yeah, well, yes, because the thumbnails have arrived. They just no one's seen them yet.
Yeah, I know.
So last week was Cripps and
Right.
Goulden. Who's on the thumbnails?
I'll go with Sam Doherty and some Melbourne player I don't care about.
Okay.
Well, the second part is correct.
Yeah. Second part, tick.
Pommy?
Yes.
Jack Silvani, because it'll be Jack Silvani because Terry knows how to push some views, baby. And it'll be Petraka because you are the kind of person that has probably made one of his food from his TikToks. Am I right? Am I right?
I made the chorizo pasta.
Can I?
Am I right?
I actually did. I might even get the photo up. I made the spicy chorizo pasta from Petrarca's TikTok. I did.
This is
Can
how
I?
much time
Can
is
I
spent.
butt in? I think Brandon has an issue with Christian Petrarca's latest post that he made quite public to me.
Oh yeah, I was very vocal about this last night, and Ari got the brunt of that. He made spaghetti bolognese, captioned it spaghetti bolognese. It was fettuccine. What kind of Italian are you, mate?
Oh, mate.
So I promptly said that I hope Pitto flattens him in the first contest, and we can have a good night.
Yeah, very good.
Oh my god, Tori's at the 12 apocalypses.
No,
I'm Who
Sorry.
are they, Terry? Who are they?
can I guess? Because I think I know.
Yeah, all right, have a guess.
It's Matt Cottrell.
Okay.
And Brando's answer of sub Melbourne player no one cares about.
Okay. So initially I had Sam Walsh, and then I had a bit of a brainwave, and I was like, you know what? No, let's start rewarding the real heroes week to week.
Wi-Fi's not working because it's bad.
So there you go.
Oh, I was right with track.
There you go. Cottrell
Hannah, do you like it?
Very
Hannah
good.
likes
Cottrell
it.
makes
I
his
was right that it was track. I knew there was track there. I should have gone with Cottrell. It was obvious.
Yeah. So I think the rule is whoever's player of the game gets the thumbnail spot the week after. This is a very important slot. There's like tens of thousands of views per thumbnail. Like you got to, you can't just be given that.
Yeah.
Say something.
It's not refreshing.
Tori, are you on stream while someone streams the TV of us on stream?
My parents.
Wow.
Tony, come here.
Can't they
'Cause I
just
said so.
can't they just look at you? Because that's
You
like
would think. Well, that's what I thought would happen now, but
I'm going to put it out there. Watching
they
the
said I
stream.
wouldn't. They do this every time.
That's what
Oh.
Mrs. Pom does. She literally will stand there and make a cup of tea and watch me.
I just have
and then
bad Wi-Fi.
I'm
That's the
shocked
difference.
She knows what we've talked about.
AirPlay it to there, but can I leave my camera here?
Trevor, there's
Oh. Come on.
nothing else from the last update, which was O'Farrell bringing up. What is that sound?
Everyone's seen
What
it.
is happening?
Sorry.
it's Tori. Tori doesn't know where the mute button is.
Hey, Tony.
For those watching at home while Terry sorts that out, O'Farrell brings up Jacob Van Ruin's bump on Dan McStay, which was graded as medium impact rather than high, as in Martin's case. It's not possible to understand why when you look at the footage. Oh yeah, that's what they said.
Tom, you sound like the guy on location. The British show.
I feel like I might be too old. Look at what's that? Let me Google it.
When they go around the house, like they help people find a house in the UK, and there's two English.
Oh yeah. I'm aware of the show.
Wi-Fi is still
You
tragic.
sound like them when you were fully talking that quickly, and the way you were explaining it was like you were selling the house to me. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy that one. Like, that's literally what I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. How much do you want for it?
Pommy, have you ever thought about
That's where
doing
I was.
voiceover?
No. Is this a career change in the off?
Top of that.
Nah, forget that.
No, you got to.
Yes.
Here's the face for video. Why are you trying to get him off?
Oh, of course,
camera?
of course.
Thank you.
But he's a man of many talents, though.
He's not. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are.
Guys, there's a bestie in chat, and her name's Ava, and she's handmade these like bust cutouts of the boys. So it's like their pictures of 2023, their photo shoot pictures, and she's printed each like section out and put them all like as a puzzle on cardboard and then cut them out. Like she's fully done it on her own. She's got Sincotter, Charlie, Patrick,
They want me to hotspot.
I can't remember who it is, but she said to me post game this week that she was going to make a Marchbank one for me, and she just said in chat, "Judge, you're getting your Marchbank signed this week."
Love that.
That is commitment.
It's so cute. I'll try and find like the picture of she actually DM'd the pictures to the besties of the ones that she has.
Tony, let's check in with Tony. How's he going? Tony, can you hear us?
G'day, guys. How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I couldn't be happier. Worth the trip down to Melbourne, even with car problems back down there and back. But no, had to come away with a win. Couldn't have been more excited. It was great.
Yeah, I got to see you just before you guys headed down to the MCG. You were confident all along.
Yeah, I was never overly concerned whether we were going to win, but I didn't want to be overconfident. I just knew it was still going to be a tough game. But funny how Jazz was saying earlier that she was never worried in that last quarter. I was a little bit the same. No, I was the same.
I thought you were about to call me out.
No, I was exactly the same. During the game, like the last quarter, I just never felt like we were going to lose. And yet when we got back home and watched it on TV, it looked incredibly like we were going to lose. Like it looked a lot worse on TV than what it did at the ground for some reason. I don't know how that works, but watching it on TV, maybe it's the commentary. It just felt like, what are we doing here? But obviously I knew the result. But at the ground, it didn't seem like, it didn't seem like that much. I don't know why. It just didn't seem like we were about to lose. Maybe because I didn't have a countdown clock and things like that. Anyway, we won. That's the main thing.
Love it. What about this week? How do you feel about this week?
No, we can do it. I'm thinking we're going to make a prelim. Look, it's going to be tough, getting ahead of ourselves. But if we do, to beat Brisbane up there. But you know what? I unfortunately am old enough to remember the 99 prelim, and everyone had written us off for that one, and we did it. So we can do it against Brisbane as well if we get that far.
Yep. Oh,
you, Tony.
What? For those, I mean, I don't have experience buying prelim tickets. I'm mindful to not buy flights to Queensland because I don't want to jinx it. What do people do in this situation? You buy flexi ticket? What happens?
Well, in my case, I've actually, part of my work trip, I actually travel around New South Wales, and I'm actually due to do a northern New South Wales trip next week. So if we get over the line, I'll got to secure tickets first, obviously, first thing Monday. But if the tickets come through for that, I mean, there's a lot of ifs and buts in between that. Obviously, we have to win firstly, have to get tickets secondly. But either way, I'm heading north. I'll just finish my sales trip up in northern New South Wales and head over the border for the game. Just drive back on the weekend. Yep.
And leave me at home.
Brandon, what are you doing?
If we get in, I'm going up. Obviously, we didn't get tickets, but I will try my damn hardest to get up there for that. It's once in a lifetime.
It's a bit wild, though. It's like 36,000's capacity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
It's going to be so hard to get tickets.
It'll be hard. It'll be hard, but then not everyone can go to Brisbane either, so there won't be as in demand from the Carlton side of things, I don't think, as what it obviously was in Melbourne. Whether that makes it easier or not, I don't know.
42,000.
Is it?
Yeah. People in the chat.
42K.
I don't know.
I was going to say I was going to kind of futuristically in a way ban Terry from going, but then I remember that he went up to the Gold Coast and watched us win. So
I think I might skip it anyway because I don't want to risk the interstate omen.
Yeah, but also Ari, you have to remember that I was over there, and I'm the one that has been many of the states this year and haven't seen a loss going.
Yeah, you need to go.
So maybe it wasn't Terry, maybe it was
Terry,
it was me.
Terry, have you witnessed a loss in Queensland?
No.
There you go. You should get up there.
Good omens.
Interesting.
100% record in Queensland, Terry.
His Sydney record's crap though.
Well, I'm not playing in Sydney.
I know.
doesn't matter.
Don't
I'm
come
never
back.
going to. I'm never going to Sydney again, ever, for a game, ever.
Yeah, leave that to us.
Don't worry, we had a long run here of that too.
So no update, no further update on the Martin matter. So we're still just kind of waiting. The last update was 15 minutes ago. So
I wish Carlton News and Stats would stop fucking retweeting David Z. It makes it really hard to follow it on my feed. Keep refreshing the feed, and then I get like 8 of their posts.
Just go
Everyone's
straight
on the
to
David Z
Zeta.
post. Just let them do it.
We love Zeta.
I'm on his actual profile.
Yeah, I am, but I've noticed that some of the updates don't come through unless you just like keep manually refreshing. And every so often it sends me back to my home screen. And I get excited when I see David Zeta, but then realise it's just been Carlton News has just copied and pasted it and put David Zeta said.
Yep.
Normally, like the longer tribunal hearings go on, the more likely it is that players get off. But considering how cut and dry this one should be, do we think the longer it goes on, the more the AFL are going to try and overthink it and have a work against us, maybe?
I think we're going a little soft. We're not forcing them to really. It's like we're being nice to them, you know?
Well, maybe not the worst idea.
If you want to laugh, though, go on David Zeta's post and just read the Collingwood comments about Jack Martin. Absolutely fucking music to my ears. Death penalty for Jack Martin. It was a sucker punch. Ban the thug. It was a reckless bump. Should be a life ban. Fucking quality. Hook it up to my veins. I love it.
Jasmina, they are really cool. They are
Yeah,
really
those are. So I don't know if you can see, but she's like actually cut every bit out and like she's puzzled it all together.
It's very clever.
So she just sent it through to me. She was like, "These are the," da-da-da. And I was like, "Show, yeah." I just thought I would show you guys. She's making a Caleb one for me.
Can I have a Harry one?
Ask her. Ask
It's
Ava.
fine, I don't go to-
Are you paying, or is this like short? Ava, charge.
She gets on all the besties videos.
I'd argue pay. I'd argue payment.
Oh, now you're
Other than
hustling
payment.
and saying like you're trading bestie. That's very smart, girls. Well done.
You give us cutout, we give you
Clout.
Time.
Is that where we're going these days?
They are actually the sweetest girls ever, and they're so funny. Like one of them said a few weeks ago that she pissed her pants, and I like died. I was like laughing for so long I had to cut the video. I said to Kristen, cut.
Back on the tribunal for a second. Does anyone know if Carlton actually use the exact same lawyer at all these
it's the same
hearings?
guy.
The same guy?
Yeah. O'Farrell. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's a legend.
Didn't we have
Townsend. Was it Townsend for Cripps?
Townsend? I think Cripps was Townsend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a KC. So that would
QC.
probably be QC at the time. King's Council now. Yeah, the Queen is no longer with us, Terry.
Right.
Yeah. I assume, but wasn't he only for the appeal for Cripps?
I think
Yeah,
so.
didn't they only bring him in the second part? So he must be a bit higher up.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm assuming the fact that he's a KC is far more senior in the law realm. Terry, I'm assuming you would be far more familiar.
With
Law, considering.
Yep. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. That's all right. Just don't give me anything, man. It's all good.
No.
I don't know what the point was. I was also distracted. Sorry, say it again.
No, I was just saying, like, you'd be more experienced. You might know a little bit more. Give us some expert analysis, expert insight. Maybe.
He wants a law lesson, Terry. He wants this
Yeah, in simple
stream
words.
to turn into a class.
I did year 12 or Unit 3 and 4 legal studies in Year 12, so I actually know what
So
I'm
did
speaking
I.
about.
That was my favorite subject. That's the reason why I studied law, because I loved legal studies in Year 12.
I liked it. It was okay. Didn't do well, but it was good.
Oh, I think it's one of the better subjects to teach you about society.
Yeah,
Have to agree.
Right. We have
Update.
an update. Yeah, we have an update. O'Farrell says Blakey had 23 disposals and gained just short of 500 meters as opposed to players in other examples of high impact. There is no sufficient basis for you to be satisfied this was high impact. Pommy, he must watch the ratings, mate. He's talking about meters gained.
Mate, he's spot on though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen anyone be injured come out better. I mean, unless he was concussed and Sydney's coaching staff told him he was prime Gary Ablett. But he had a pretty good afternoon, did he?
Yep.
Yeah. So not much is going on. No. This is going to be one of them ones that drags out, though, isn't it? You can just tell the way O'Farrell's wording it. This is going to be one of them that drags out the way it's taken, 20 minutes to get to that?
Yeah. He just must be watching the channel. Like, talks about meters gained. Of all stats to bring up. No, I think had he said 27 meters gained per disposal, then we would have known.
We'll forgive O'Farrell though, because he's not a footballer; he's a lawyer. So he's found a good start. That shows hard work for a player like Blakey, but he could have made it better.
Yeah.
There's another update.
Oh, Brandon, why are you yelling?
Come on.
Yelling.
There's another update. Go.
The AFL says there's a meaningful difference between Van Rooyen's incident and Martin's. Woods from the AFL. In this incident, you have a more significant potential to cause injury. It's just a different action and has a different risk profile.
I'd argue they're the exact same.
I would argue that Van Rooyen has more significant potential to cause injury.
It depends.
Yeah, well,
It was an elbow.
Yeah, but then again, Martin's coming in from the side.
Martin's coming in from the side and he's looking to wrap around for a tackle and gets him in the face on the way.
So Van Rooyen's is less of a footballing act.
True. No, I think the point was about which one has more potential to cause injury.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think it depends on the injury, because I'm thinking about it from a perspective of like Martin's coming in from the side, and he's essentially punched him in the face from the side, meaning that the jaw can swing across, which can cause damage that way. Whereas Van Rooyen's coming in from the front, and you can't really do a lot of damage to the jaw if it's going back into your face. You could break it, but you can't like dislocate it or dislodge it.
Not much injury, just break it.
Yeah, you can break a nose, you can break a jaw.
But you can do all of those with Martins. But Martins, you have more of a chance of dislocating it.
Would you be rather hit with a fist or an elbow?
Then there's that. Yeah, you'd rather be hit with a fist.
Hey, Harry.
I can admit both sides. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're all moot points because he's just going to get a week and we're going to be done.
To where?
I'll tell you. There was some fella there.
Oh, question for everyone. Who wins? Wait, do finals count for best and fairest votes?
Yes, I do.
What?
Definitely. Yeah,
B and F, yeah.
For the Carlton B and F, yeah, every finals
Until
game.
the end of the playing season.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's not like the home and away. Home and away in Brownlow is obviously an equal playing field for the whole competition.
Because it's a club.
But for it's a club thing, it's the whole team.
Yeah. There you go. We're back.
Yeah.
So, who is leading our best and fairest?
Chara.
I would say Chara as well.
Chara followed by Newman.
Nick Newman, yeah. Nick Newman's sneaky.
Charlie. That's the top.
Yeah, and probably Charlie.
Chara, Newman, Charlie, top three.
And even Blakers is probably.
Oh yeah, Blakers
a dark horse. Yeah, very cool.
Weeders will finish well.
Imagine that first year at the club, BNF.
I think Kempy
yeah.
will pull votes too. He might not finish in the top end, but he'll definitely like he's in top 5 or something. But he'll definitely pull
About what?
a good
Yeah,
amount of votes.
Oh.
Kempy will poll late, as it will poll well late on in the year.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Someone in
a lot of our players will poll well later on in the year, though.
Hey,
Naturally.
Brando, I heard that you're going to the BNF.
Oh, I am now, indeed. Development as of this week. I am going to the BNF,
Wow.
which is good.
Terry's sitting on
a
our
late.
table.
Yeah, he's a late in for Isabella because unfortunately she needs to get surgery on that day.
Oh,
Yeah.
not good.
Terry, why'd you take that
No.
comment away?
Because, mate, I did. Enough. We don't need to incite violence to Lockie Plowman. But we will
Why
say
are
happy
we-
birthday to him.
Why are we inciting? We're celebrating.
I know what this community is like when Lockie Plowman's name comes up. Okay, you don't.
Do you want to ask you a question?
I'd argue I'm the
Let's
catalyst
go
for
to talk Ari. It's fine.
change in
Oh
this.
yeah, just talk over Ari,
Over Ari.
please.
No, why?
Because he won't shush otherwise.
I saw a comment.
I'm mute.
Sorry.
Okay.
I saw a comment earlier, and I can't find it now, but one fella there said that we're literally 3 wins away from the 17th premiership. Like, let that sink in for a second. That's just 3 wins in a row, guys, now. And we've got the next cup. I mean, if you stop and think about
we
that.
won 9 in a row. What's
Otherwise,
another
we've got
3?
another whole season to go before we can be in that position again. This is only 3 wins. Just don't drop 3 games, and guess what?
I found it for you, Tony.
Sorry?
He found it.
And it's the legend as well, mate of mine as well, Raymond. So that's how I knew it was a profound comment, because it was a mate of mine. That's how I
There
knew.
you go. No, I read that.
Raymond.
I read that, and it just sort of think, shit, yeah, only 3 bloody wins. Come on.
It's pretty wild. I have moments where I just don't know how to think because it's all so foreign.
Look, you only got to look back to 2016 when the Bulldogs did it. That, you know, they went in with that mantra, why not us? You know, and, you know, they were traveling all over the place to win, and they kept doing it. Sometimes just getting over the line against GWS. And at the end of the day, underdogs probably all the way through. And I can't see why we can't do it. We won a lot of games in a row just lately without our best team on the park. You know, now we've got some players back. Yeah, Harry's out, and Martin will probably be out as well. But the reality of it is, I can't remember our team being this healthy this late in the season I can't remember when. So really, are we going to be this healthy this time next year? Let's just take this opportunity and win the bloody thing.
Yeah, I've definitely thought of that. This will be the last final series we go in being this less of a favorite, I would imagine.
I will be back, everyone.
True.
All right. No
I'll
worries,
be
Jake.
back.
We have an update. That's that. The tribunal's deliberating.
Woo.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's going to get downgraded to 1 week.
That's what they asked for.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
think
just
they'll
not feeling. I'm not feeling the same feeling I felt the last time we did this when it came to the deliberation and the evidence that was presented. I don't know.
What was that?
Chera.
What was the last one we did?
Chera got
Was it
off.
Ches?
Well, Ches got off.
I think it
in
was.
July, because I was with Kira.
I think
at
it was
the time.
Chera. Chera with that sling tackle.
Oh yeah. So what have we had? We've had
Early in the year.
we've had Harry with Kate, the kicking
Yeah, that was
accuracy
early.
interference technique.
There was no hate today, which I was very disappointed about.
Yeah, that was very clever
Hate.
by you. I did like that.
My name
We
was
had. I don't think we did one for Boyd. Is that right?
I don't think. No.
No, I don't think we did one
no.
for Boyd.
No, you did one for Blake.
What did Blake do?
Blake was the one with the microwave. My microwave lasagna.
Against the Giants.
That's all time.
Do we have a clip of that?
Was that the Giants round one? Round
No.
3.
Yeah,
Must- Was it that early?
Yeah, no, but
Yep.
it was definitely Chera. Chera was the more recent one.
It would have been from before.
And we weren't sure if he was going to get off, and he did. Yeah. I reckon it was that
Actually,
one.
I'll tell you now. That's what I'll do. I'll look it up.
Hmm.
Tribunal. Yeah, we had. Oh no, we did Jordan Boyd. No, we definitely did Jordan Boyd. We did Harry.
Jordan Boyd. You know why, Terry? We did Jordan Boyd because then we went to the club. It was the day before. Remember
Yeah.
when we went to the club on the Monday and Boydie was standing there? And then because I was with Kira when you did the tribunal.
Well, that was when you were in Melbourne.
Yeah, when I was in Melbourne, July.
Yeah. Pom. Josh asks, how do you see Williams fitting in?
I went to go microwave at her gym.
He slots. You slot in easy, won't he? They'll take out what Voss likes to play someone as ball user in that back pocket, doesn't he? So he's from Marchbank there now because Chincotta's not that player. So I'd imagine Chincotta comes out. I'd imagine it'll just be a straight that he'll still keep that same thing. And then it'll be, does he persevere with them big, tall players when we play a normal side? That'll be an interesting one. But I'd imagine he'll be one of the first names on the team sheet, Williams. I think that's like a lock when fit.
Yeah, I agree. I saw. I never know on TikTok if it's jokes or if it's serious in the comment section. But I had this like.
What are you looking at?
He never knows in the comments if it's a joke or it's serious.
Yeah, I never know. I never know if people are trying to like wind me up or they're being serious. But there was a little debate that sparked in a video recently where it was like, "Oh, nah, Williams doesn't come in. Who does he come in for?" And I'm like, "Are we being for real here? Like, what's?"
Did someone in chat just say I look like Drake? Because I'll take that. I'll take it.
I think it's the bald. It's the lack of hair.
And the beard as well. It's
The lack of hair is by choice, Terry.
Oh,
So it's fine.
Ari, I thought you were.
No. Okay.
I thought you were like being savage. I'm like,
No.
Ari.
No.
Oh no.
Lack of-
I definitely shaved it.
Say it louder.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Aldi Drake. Oh, that's good.
Dad's just leant over to Mum and gone, "Can you write in the chat that I look like George Clooney?"
Well, she tells me all the time, so I thought you might as well put it in the chat.
I like that. Stella, write the comment. Come on. Ari, do you have a doppelganger?
You're Idris Elba. I've been told.
Terry's googling it.
Idris
I
Elba.
can already.
Hey, it's Ness.
Hi, Ness.
Pom, do you have a doppelganger?
It's like giving yourself a nickname, this, Terry. I mean, you can't do that.
No, as in
that's
like,
what-
has anyone ever said to you, "Hey, you remind me of"?
She's on the screen.
I've been called a lot of things that I look like, Terry. One of them are repeatable on this show.
I got the admin
My friend.
I just want to clarify the Idris Elba thing is a joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really? Wow.
figured-
Yeah.
I figured that.
I don't. I'm far more
Wouldn't
attractive
have
than
ever
Idris
known.
Elba. So
All right. Well, we wait ever so patiently, guys, for a decision. I got a feeling they're going to keep it at 2. Does it?
Hey?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't
mean-
should
like
we
that
challenge
last-
it again if it's 2?
Yes. I think we would.
I mean-
I didn't like this last comment from the AFL where it said, "In this incident, you have more significant potential to cause injury. It's a different action and has a different risk profile." I didn't like that for our.
We are also getting a very much a abridged version of the tribunal happenings. So I would argue we're getting 20%, if that, of what's actually happening. So we may have come out with a very good kind of retort to that. You know.
Well, if we got to go to appeal, we'll go to appeal. We don't want to go to an appeal night before a granny, a semi.
I mean, realistically, if he gets 2,
Fuck
we're getting
granny.
back for the grand final. So I don't see what the issue is.
I feel we can afford. I mean, you can't afford to lose him for any games, but like if you had to pick,
Yeah, no.
I feel like the prelim and the granny, they're the two you absolutely want him there for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I ditto.
Melbourne are a little bit at the moment, just
They're a little bit wounded.
they're wounded. So
And they're also very caught up in the Maynard decision, like very.
yeah.
I feel like Martin's going to be. Yeah, it's a shame he's missing because I feel like he's one of those players that because there's no Charlie. Oh, sorry, no Harry rather, and it's just Charlie as that out and out key that he knows what he's doing when he's playing as an out and out key. We're going to have to not bomb it on Charlie's head and just hope that he can take a mark because then May will eat him and then Lever can come across. So I feel like Jack Martin has the ability to be that kind of third or fourth kind of option inside 50 that allows us or kind of gives us the ability to lower our eyes and stretch the defense, which we will need to do.
Yeah.
I feel like
problem.
Jack Silvani does a role though with that. Even if you look at like the Port game where Harry went out early, but Charlie was able to deliver the ball and give another option, and Jack was kind of that extra man down there who can do the job anyway.
Look, Charlie just needs to bring the ball to ground. If Motlop's in the side in place of Martin, and obviously Jack plays tall and small, really. Owies, Fogarty, all that pressure around the feet, Charlie's feet. They don't have to be big screaming marks and goals to be worth 6 points. They can be dribble kicks off the ground that make it just as good. At the end of the day, we did thrive quite well when Harry wasn't there. And I'm not for one that doesn't want Harry in the side. I definitely think we're a stronger team with him there, but we managed quite well without him. So it's not all doom and gloom, to be honest.
You can't overcomplicate it, Terry. It's easy. People are sleeping on the perfect replacement. Like, he's averaged 2 goals a game. His numbers are just as impressive as Jack Martin in Jesse Motlop, and he's played that high half forward position. That's been Voss's go-to. And since round 12, he's averaged 2 goals a game, the same amount of tackles, and he ranks top 20 tackles inside 15. He ranks top 10 for spillages inside 50 from pressure. So they'll just play him at high half forward. And Jack Silvani's got the easiest job in the world. That's why Harry's struggling. Being the second to Charlie is the easiest gig in the world, unless you're Harry, because you are a first forward. So they'll play Motlop there, and that's how they've done it. So, it's an easy change for the Blues.
Silvani and Motlop.
Yeah, you got to think as well. Martin's not there for his marking prowess, so it's not like Carlton are playing him like a Bailey Fritsch. They use him for his smarts, up low and penetrating inside 50, which is what Jesse was doing since he's been in there. Like, people forget, like, since we've gone on that turn, he's had 4 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, a blip, 2 goals, and then he had his sub appearance. Like, they're insane numbers for a player.
Oh, so I think. Oh, sorry, go.
No, you're right. The thing with Martin, though, he's just got so much hardness about him. Well, he's so tough. I don't know if I realised it personally before the last half of this season how hard at the ball he is. He's hard at every contest, Martin. So that's we don't want to lose out on that either. But I like the speed of Motlop, so he's going to have to be the one to make up for it there.
I'm thinking a little bit of a relive of the Port game. That'd be really nice.
It's just that difference in toughness, though. It's like when people used to say, like, Stocker's tough. And, like, my argument was, well, he's not tough because you just like a bump, but a bump does fuck all in football. So, like, a bump is the most overrated thing. It makes middle-aged white men horny,
Yeah.
but in reality, if you're a footballer, it doesn't affect them. A footballer doesn't care; they get bumped all day. But what does matter is being tackled, the ball being turned over, pressure acts, and Motlop has the same as Jack Martin there. The only difference is Motlop's not going to shin someone and be on report like our player is at the moment. So I really like that. I really like that change up for us. And he's going to give you that forward, which you've got to do. People forget Melbourne are an incredibly backline dependent side who cut apart the corridor. So I would probably say if you want to lose Jack Martin, you're losing for this game because Jesse's going to be hard, run fast, close people down, not let anyone get off the back line, Cunningham the other side, Fogarty, etc., and then Martin. So, but like Adam, Cherry Appreciator, ridiculous statement, Motlop too small. Look at how Voss plays Martin. Martin isn't a lead-up mark player. He gets the ball really high in midfield, plays a 1-2 give and go, and then plays the ball inside 50. You could be 2'8" or 88 foot. You just need pace engine to do that. For one game. Remember, it's one game. It's not forever.
No. I don't have an issue with Motlop in the side. In fact, I thought he was a bit stiff to miss out in the starting lineup as it was, to be quite honest. I'm probably more interested in how Melbourne are going to try to solve their forward line woes. I think they're really going to be on the back foot from that point of view. I can't see how they could outscore us. Like, we've got a lot of scoring potential up forward, regardless of the side that we put on the park this week, where Melbourne have struggled to score when they've tried to have their best team on. It just doesn't seem to work one way or the other. And that, to me, is where the difference of the game's going to be, is us maximising opportunities when it does go forward versus them. And our defence has been very stingy of late. I think that's the game there. Us scoring with, let's call it even opportunities, 60 inside 50s each. I see us scoring far more frequently than Melbourne will.
No, I think that's fair, and I think you've only got to watch how, like, you look at like Jack Martin, what he would bring. You're going to have that little bit of height against Melbourne, but like the differences between like Martin and Motlop inside 50s, you're talking 0.4 marks inside 50. So like the common misconception with how Jack Martin's been used, and it really undersells him, is as the third tall. That position doesn't exist under Michael Voss. Voss doesn't have a third tall in the forward line. He has a third tall in the back line. He's looking for two creative players. So Cunningham and Martin have got away with it. Usually one of them gets away with not being very defensively good, and one of them gets away with working overtime. And I think you've spot on there, Tony. If you watch how Collingwood destroyed Melbourne, they pressured them in the back line, but then they spread quickly, and they were the weaker clearance side, but they just spread fast. So Carlton's huge advantage this week is they've got Cottrell in form, and Cottrell can do what Josh Dacos did massively, and he did it this week, just gone.
Yeah. And
then on the other counter, they like to play that defensive wing to stop Ed Langdon running riot. And we saw Sam Docherty run with Errol Goulden and keep him out wide and not let him come back inside. And Ed Langdon is the world's worst player at doing that. If you keep him outside, he's screwed because he just bombs that kick and floats it up. So Jacob Wheater in this week could be on like 20 intercept marks this week if Doc does what he does with Goulden, keeps him out wide and forces him to kick from deep. We could have one of them moments where Sam Docherty does an interview at the end of the game with Jacob Wheater and laughs like Steel Sidebottom did and goes, I just thought he kept kicking it to him.
Yeah. I think the more we dissect this, the more confident I'm getting. Genuinely, it's they've got issues, holes that we need to capitalize on, and I'm getting really excited.
Yep. Justin has asked, is there an open training this week? I don't know. I definitely don't know. Does anybody know?
There isn't. Someone actually quite hilariously rang the club and asked for one. Just let them do their job. Yeah. Let them do the job. How's that?
I agree.
You had an open training last week. You
Yeah, I
get to
agree.
see them on Friday. Let them rest, work
Yeah.
hard, and come out and kick some ass.
I agree.
We'll have an open training in about 2.5 weeks, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ur, with $100 donation, says another marathon, Tez. Hopefully we get a similar outcome. Wow, it's been an hour and 50. Has that flown by for anyone?
Yep.
I didn't realize it was 2 hours. Yeah,
I think
right.
the little tangents we went off into probably helped.
True. I definitely zoned out a little bit. It might have been the glue.
Back on the premium content of Terry licking glue.
See, become a YouTuber, kids.
You start licking glue. If that's not a glowing advertisement for this industry, then I don't know what is.
Just one of the perks.
Yeah, just one of the perks.
Get to sniff glue for $17.
Get 7,500 subscribers on YouTube, and you just start becoming glue.
Yeah. Oh well.
Although I did not realize that it was glue. I thought it was another thing, but
It's not. It's glue.
It's adhesive.
yeah,
It's
I thought it. Yeah, it's a different.
It's not real glue. He's not. He's not like my fellow. How I grew up in the northeast of England behind bus shelters. It's not that type of glue. Right?
Yeah, right.
All right.
I was gonna say, it's not a glue stick. It's not a glue stick. Is it?
Do we have any update?
There isn't an
No
update.
update. There
Who's
is.
James Farrell? Just we don't need any of that. That's just, mate.
That's Faz. Faz, come
Yeah,
on.
that's
bro.
definitely
What are you
Faz.
doing? What are you doing? Why'd you do that?
Faz, you're filth.
That's
I saw Faz a while ago come at me for not speaking about West Ham. Once again, I only speak about big clubs on the 2 for 3 podcast.
They're European champions.
Woof.
Show some respect, Ari.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I see European champions. That club over there, mate. Twice,
club?
in fact. Twice.
Which,
Terry, do you
which
know-
one are you pointing at?
Chelsea.
Jesus, you can't talk about Chelsea, the state of your club. No offense at the moment.
Yeah, well, mate.
Jesus, your club is in the mud.
Okay.
I'll let you handle this one, Ari.
No, I was going to say Rangers are great, aren't they?
So we're still in Europe.
So Ellie Lipschatz has donated 20 shekel. Wait. Oh, I said it. Shouldn't have said it. But that's 20 shekel. Maynard lining up on Martin in the granny should be interesting. Love your work, boys, from the Holy Land. So Lippy was one of the first people ever interviewed on this channel when we were in Israel. Lippy, good to see you, mate. Laila Tov from Melbourne.
Is that the Israel? Is that the currency of Israel?
Shekel, yeah.
Very cultured.
Very what?
Very cultured.
Yeah. Oh, also shout out to the Jews, our Jewish brothers and sisters who have Rosh Hashanah on Friday, which is the Jewish New Year, and so a lot of them can't go to the game.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Geez, they left it late. They
Yeah.
didn't know
Well,
September, did they?
yeah. It's a big discussion point in this household. That's for sure.
Oh God, is that Rose?
That's why I can't be religious.
Hello, Rose.
Hey, Rose.
Rose, I already get a high.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. What's going on here?
What's that about, Rose?
So yeah, we're ploughman besties. It's fine. we both appreciate greatness.
UK asking the questions that are important. This is all Pom cares about. Galatasaray in the Champions League, mate.
Oof.
UK, I love it. Galatasaray, your group is intriguing, isn't it? As well, it's intriguing because you've got United, Copenhagen, Bayern.
Yep.
Have I made that up? That's right, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
So they're going through.
I reckon that's. You'll beat my United. I reckon Carlton could probably put an 11 out at the moment to beat United. Do you know what I mean? Jesus, we'll be lucky if we have a team. The amount of rests we're going through at the moment. Bayern. It'll be Bayern and Galatasaray out of that group. You'll go through.
I back that.
Wellman thing, what's that?
Oh,
we have an
they've
update.
tracked
We have an update.
Oh,
We have an
The
update.
tribunal is still
The
deliberating.
tribunal. Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Tori.
Yeah.
Well, that was
thanks
that was
for
my
that
bad.
update, Terry.
Did you
Thanks,
say
Terry.
tribunal?
Can I ask a question, right? Because
Yeah, of
now
course.
you're here, so Ari's here, so he's responsible for this. Because me and Mr. Leckdog, serious content
Yeah.
people, right, have to get punished with this every week. Now we love Lockie Jack, and the mention of Plowman. Why is this?
I've started a cult.
Well,
Let's
can
do
you
it.
start the cult? Because honestly, I sometimes want to drive the car really fast into
Look.
the sea.
Look, in all honesty, my love, I don't think I've ever properly explained this. My love for Plowman came from a deep sense of I've really felt sorry for the man because of the horrendous treatment that he was getting. So I thought, let me get behind the boy. And now it's developed. And I wish him all the best.
Mate, I love that, but I just find it's more bullying. No, I find it more bullying though when people, like, for me, if I was a player, I would be more offended because I would take that more like taking the piss out of me. If I'm getting quotes like "bring Plowman in for the finals, he'll kick 10 goals," when it's blatantly rubbish. If it's sincere support, like get around him.
Well, that's
we
my.
might
Well,
need him.
I'm very much sincere in my support. However, I would, in my mind, we all know the discourse surrounding him probably before this year, and even when he played this year, was very much hostile, to say the least. It is one of those things. I can't control what the people say.
100% blame you, Ari. Just so you know.
Yeah,
100% blame you.
That's very Collingwood. That's very Collingwood areas.
Well, when he gets re-signed, I expect a half an hour show dedicated to him. That's all.
I will back you on this, Ari. I will say you are definitely the number one Plowman ticket holder that I've
Me
met.
and Rose. Us two.
Yep, and Rose. Shout out Rose.
Shout out Rose.
Dylan, Lockie Jack. How do I tell you? How do I get you to stop?
Yeah. Okay. Gag's
Standing
dead,
with
guys. Gag's
Listen.
dead.
You see,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
We love
annoying,
you,
isn't
but-
it, Terry? I have to go through this all
Yeah.
the freaking time.
Like we love you. We love having you here, but like we want to see everyone. Like it's not about you, Dylan. It's not about you, Lockie Jack. It's about everyone having a chat in the chat. So anyway, Brandon, what's
Maybe-
happening in your world, mate? What actually?
I was just about to
happens in
say,
your world?
maybe if Jack Martin gets suspended, we play Lockie Plowman and they'll shut up.
Oh, why did I ask you a question?
Oh, you see, Brandon, you've made the mistake. Leg Dog did this the other day, and it just went on worse.
Okay, no. What was your question, Terry? What was your question, Terry? What's going on in my world?
No, I'm just gonna move along.
I'm a man of carnage.
Tori,
Hi.
what's on your mind at the moment?
Stand by for a verdict.
Yeah. That's a great point. I'm just trying to work out my next 4 weeks. I don't know. This is my last week of uni for 3 weeks. So and I don't work weekends for the next 2 weeks. So
Nice.
Stand by for the verdict.
Yep.
the
We have a
lines.
verdict. We have a
Oh, thank
verdict
goodness.
that is
I had nothing
imminent.
else to say.
Like imminent. So keep the refresh button going. Wow, I'm actually, you know what's interesting? That Twitter don't put ads on their on their website, like any of the profiles.
Terry,
What?
don't give them ideas. They hear you.
No, like think about it. Think about it. Like
Elon's
how
not
many
watching.
people? Think about how many people are on David Zita's like Twitter profile right now, refreshing.
Verdict in.
Downgraded from 2 matches to 1.
Told you.
5 seconds
There
ago.
you go.
Let's
We
go.
got there.
See you in a prelim.
Good work.
Okay.
Easy.
Jack
Lovely.
Martin's ban has been downgraded from 2 matches to 1 match.
Who wants to know?
I mean, we kind of felt that's the way it would
I
go,
don't know.
didn't we? That's kind of like it's not a
Sorry,
surprise.
I hit play on my phone.
I was a little worried, not going to lie. I was a little worried with the way that those comments came out towards the end, that they might keep it at 2. but common sense prevails. He got a week, and we sat here for 2 hours with 682 people.
And
Once
and
again,
now it's down to the players to
Yep.
repay Jack's hard work.
Yep.
Win Friday, so he gets to play against Brisbane.
Yep.
Great
No,
little
that's right.
motivator for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Next man up. Plenty of depth on the list this time of the year, as you said, Tony.
Yeah.
And that's us.
Oh,
And
that's very
us.
funny, Mum.
Can you believe it? We've got a semi. Guys, we're playing a semi-final on Friday night.
What? Sorry?
Woo! What's wrong?
Did anyone
Ari.
come into this chat today thinking, looking at the two
I
incidences
think it's
that
frozen.
were up for debate, that Martin was going to be worse off than Maynard? I didn't. I thought
I
Maynard
didn't.
would have.
I didn't. I did not expect.
And if you look at the two incidences and the result of those two instances, one went on to play quite a good game for the Swans, and the other one not playing probably for the rest of the season. And yet there's a suspension in one and not in the other. Crazy.
I don't know.
No, I think Tony's spot on. I mean, on face value, you would have thought the other way around, but do you know what I mean? I suppose we've just got to take our semis in the after next week, won't we?
Yeah.
Terry.
Guys, we are in a.
You said it. You said it.
I'm not it. I'm not
Carlton are playing in a semi-final.
That's what I meant, guys. We're in a semi. We're in a semi.
Lovely.
That's what I said.
Also, I think this is just touching on that point. It's a bit of an indictment on the AFL, tribunal system, and just about how it lacks nuance. Because realistically, if Jack Martin is suspended, Maynard should probably also get suspended just based on outcome.
True.
But
Yeah,
also, the box ticking mechanisms of everything surrounding it is a bit. Because I think if they had given Maynard 2, then yeah, okay, fair. But they couldn't have given Maynard 2 because of how it's boxed, about the grading and stuff. It is what it is. Who cares?
True. Martin's matter was about the potential to cause injury. Maynard's wasn't.
Which is considering the state of the victims.
Yeah, true.
Oh.
One last thing, guys. Does anyone know how bad Cripps's ribs are? He's had that padding on now since that Gold Coast game.
Melbourne game. Oh,
No,
I thought it was after Melbourne.
Well, he done it in the Melbourne game.
Yeah.
Did it in the last minute of the Melbourne game with Brayshaw, actually.
And
He's a warrior.
He's had that bloody rib padding under there quite distinctly. You can see it. And that's going, with a couple of weeks off completely, where he didn't play in round 24, had the bye the following week. How bad is that? And he's just a beast.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm sure that they'll come out with the truth at the end of the season and say that it was they're actually broken.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're broken.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where you can jab it up and you'll be up.
Yeah.
I think the beauty with him is that statistically, it's not going to be the outstanding Cripps games we've seen in the past, but the individual moments that he had were just you can't get it from anyone else. So
No.
to play him irrespective.
I'd argue he doesn't need ribs either. I reckon he could just make it work. Yeah.
On that note, Brandon, did anyone watch closely how well Harry Mackay played? I mean, let's take out those 2 goal misses. Mate, he played a great game of football. He hardly made a mistake, was working hard up and down the ground, took plenty of marks up the ground, score involvements early on. 2 kicks didn't go the way that we'd love them to have gone, but he was quite dynamic in that game. And I think, a lot of flack comes his way all the time, and the obvious reasons why. But in reality, he has a presence, and he makes a hell of a difference.
I didn't appreciate.
George Clooney.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry. Take a time out, man. Sorry, time out. I didn't appreciate Harry's game until I watched it back, Tony. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I got
and that's
so
how I
caught
know.
up in the goals in the moment, and then I watched the game and I watched what he actually did for his teammates, and he was very good, but for 2 moments.
Yep, totally agree.
Tori, what do you think?
I said my piece on the besties. If you want to know what I think, you can go watch the
did.
besties.
I did. I was watching. Is it too late? It's too late for a Gridley. It's absolutely too late for a Gridley.
Terry, it's 10 p.m.
Is it not too late for a Gridley?
Just do it.
Shall we?
Someone's asked. I do communications and media at uni. I'm in my 4th year and I finish mid-November and I'm very excited.
Oh, Gridley. Oh, I'm so excited about this right now.
Right, guys in chat, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go and relieve Mrs. Pom from looking after the kids, and I am going to be the nurse because she is sick. So, peace.
Peace out, my friend.
Good night, Pommy.
Farewell.
Good night.
Ooh,
You going to?
I'm out.
Oh.
all right. See you guys.
Ciao.
Now, for those who want to just stick around, is it Gridley or is it AFL Grid? Footy Grid, sorry. Footy Grid or Gridley game?
You can always come back. Sorry. Tony's lost the plot.
Which is the better one? I don't know.
You normally do Gridley, don't you?
I
Like
did.
that's-
I do normally do Gridley, but on yesterday I did I did the other one because I didn't like the NFL question. Let's do Gridley. All right, ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
Okay. Get my screen up here.
Ugh,
This is
that's-
so unbelievably out of my wheelhouse, but I'll be here for moral sport.
Oh, really? Okay, stand by because there's this one, or there is this one. Let me know which one you want to do.
Ooh.
Oh. You're the boss. You make the exact
That
decision.
one. Wait. I don't know.
You make the exact decision.
I think I like Footy Grid.
That's it, Footy Grid.
I think I like Footy Grid. Yeah, just for this one. All right,
Lovely.
let's do it. So we need a player that played for Collingwood and the Western Bulldogs. It's Caleb Poulter.
Is it, or is that obvious because he's playing this year?
True.
Yeah.
Well, Trelaw's also playing this year. Jordan
What's
Roughhead.
Cloak. Cloak. as well.
Cloak, of course.
All right. All right.
Just spitballing.
Also George Clooney.
Oh,
Ooh.
we have an update.
Yeah. You want to come sit here and play?
Do we have another update?
Just says Gleason says, "Thank you to my fellow panel members, our staff, and anyone else who's had the stamina to still be listening."
Is that self-aware, or is that just being obnoxious?
I don't know.
Okay.
But Johnny Holden has started us off very well. John Ballantyne. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
See?
right.
Rare.
There you go. Okay. Now we want a Collingwood player. So someone who played at least one game for Collingwood and at least one game for Richmond.
BT.
BT's one.
BT? Oh, it's a good one.
Jeff Rains.
That's
That's
also
all I got.
very good. That's very good. Jeff Rains.
Jeff Rains. That's a name. God, that's a name.
One of
I
the
think
names.
You know what?
He's
Like-
certainly a name. Are you sure about that, Brenda?
This is your.
I'm 90% sure.
This is your
Nine's
moment.
not very
right
good
now.
odds.
Boom. Oh.
No, I mean, it's not too low. It's
I
good enough.
mean, we're in the 1% club here on the Blue Broad YouTube channel with this sort of game. So we'll just
Well done.
we aim for 1%.
Lucky
that's
we
a
have
very
7
good
more
test.
squares.
All right, who's a Collingwood player? A player to have played a game for Collingwood and averaged 25 disposals a game in a season. Now, I'm going to give you all something here. Heath Scotland played for Collingwood, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think he averaged 25 possessions there. But did he average 25 possessions in a season for us?
25 is a lot.
It'd be borderline, I think.
25 is a lot.
25 is a lot.
If he has one game or 2 games where he has like 12, it takes it straight down. Do you know what I mean?
It'd be borderline for sure.
What about Nick Stevens?
Nick Stevens didn't play for Collingwood.
Did he play for Collingwood? No.
No,
No,
he
he
was
played
going to
for
go to
Port.
Collingwood, but he was going to go to Collingwood, but he came to us from Port.
Right.
25 is a lot. Like 25 is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking like old. I feel like that's the way to go about it. Unless like Dane Beams or something. But that's probably if it's that, it's obvious.
I'm gonna leave you all to it because I'm a bit sleepy. But have fun.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Good night, everybody. Do
Bye.
this again soon. Woo.
Well, hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
No,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just mean
Wow.
a
What do you want
hangout.
our players to get
Hangouts are
suspended?
fun.
All right.
Whatever.
Bye,
All
Tori.
right.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate your time.
No worries. I've been busy tonight on Blue Bro, but that's okay.
We appreciate you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love ya.
Ciao.
Bye. All right.
Okay.
See you, Tori.
There we go.
Mick McGuan, Woe Woden, Dane Swan, Wayne Richardson. Ooh.
Woden could be a decent
Oh.
one because is he more like he won the Brownlow at Melbourne, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Robbed Cooter of it, but that's a different story.
I
Should
don't
we do
hate
it?
I don't hate it.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
Wow.
Who suggested that?
How many possessions did he average in that Brownlow year? The bloody fraud.
The fraud.
Juddy Sports. What's going on, mate? We're meant to be on the same team. What happened? What's going on
On
here?
the same team.
He averaged 22.16 that year. Bloody shame, Woden.
Righto. All right. Let's move on. Should we restart? No.
No, you can't restart.
No, can't restart. Can't restart. We only do the restart if we feel like we're going to be like getting an elite score. So someone who played for Sydney and the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, Barry Hall's the obvious one.
Barry Hall.
Yeah.
Yep. Ben Hudson? No.
Ben Hudson, I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, Andreas Everett. Yes.
Oh, Andre. I'm going right for that. I'm going right for that.
Okay.
Andreas Everett. That's a
I
great
like
shout.
that one a lot.
Yeah. Or Vez Premi. Oof.
No, Vez. Oh no, you have to go Vez Premi.
I have to go Vez Prem.
Yeah,
right?
I have to go Vez. Yeah, Vez Premi. We love Vez Premi.
Vez.
What a name.
That's the one.
Right.
Patrick Vez Premi. It was pretty popular. Pretty popular.
Yeah, but it's Patrick Vez Premi, so you just have I feel like Colt here is that.
Should I open it on my phone and see whatever it was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
That could be good.
What about a Sydney and a Richmond player? I want to go like back in time. We need like a John Holden special here.
6.35 for
I'm
Everett.
assuming it'd also be South Melbourne, right? Yeah, surely. Yeah, it's the same club, just relocated.
Yeah.
Sydney or Richmond? Mitch Morton?
I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
The Nank?
Nank?
I want to try.
Good.
Oh, Stuart Maxfield.
Who in the...
That's a great chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at this one. John Pitiura. I'm rolling with it.
There's that. Go with it.
I don't know, but yeah,
There you
4%.
go.
Wow. There you go.
Sydney 25 touches.
A Sydney player that averaged 25 possessions in any season. Ryan O'Keefe? No, not 25 a game.
Nah, right, okay, rubbish.
Brett Kirk? Did he ever? No, he never averaged 25 a game.
Obviously, there's Tom Mitchell. I don't know how many people would
Tom Mitchell.
think of, think of that when it comes to Sydney.
True. Greg Williams, Paul Kelly.
Yeah. Jared Healy?
Paul Kelly. A couple for Paul Kelly. Jared Healy. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Another Brownlow medalist.
Yes, he was.
Try that. Jared Healy. But I feel like it's going to be popular.
Yeah,
no?
it'd be popular. I was just spitballing.
Okay.
Bob Skilton. I don't know what the disposal numbers were like back then, but
I'm going to try Paul Kelly. I think I like Paul Kelly.
One of the more famous
players.
players.
I don't know that one either.
Paul Kelly. He didn't average 25 a game. This is a disaster.
Yeah, 25 is a lot. I think people underestimate how hot. Like 25 is just getting like over 25 every single game, basically.
All right, we have 3 more guesses.
Coached by Terry Wallace.
This is an atrocity of a footy grid that we've done right here.
I'd argue it's the chat's fault. We love the chat, but have all 3 suggestions?
Oh, everyone's tired. It's unusual. Look, we're going to finish because we started it, but it was not. Yeah. Somebody that was coached by Terry Wallace and played for the Dogs.
What year would he have left the Dogs?
Uri's given us Sedat Sir.
Oh,
wow. Or is he Turkish? Is that a Turkish name? Because that's All right. Somebody that was coached by Terry Wallace and also played at least one game for Richmond.
Where was he at Richmond? What, mid 2000s?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say like early 2000s.
Was he there before or after Spud?
I think it was Dogs early 2000s and then Tigers late. Was he the one before Dimmer?
I think he might have been. Anyway, 2000.
Yeah, because Rocket was at the Dogs late thousands.
I'm trying to think of a player who was in that room. You know the footage of Terry Wallace is like, if anyone goes out there and smells, I'll spew up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of players that were in that room.
Just think of like old Rich. Oh, who was that? Who was that guy that kicked the goal against Melbourne?
Brad Johnson?
No.
Jose Romero. I like it. But did he play for Richmond? Jose Romero? We need a Richmond player.
Like a Spanish right back.
He played for the Doggies.
He plays DM for Marseille.
He's left wing back for Getafe.
All right. Before we do this, there's an update on the tribunal decisions. Here we go.
Okay.
We find that the impact here was medium. There is no doubt that Blakey was struck with some force and with a clinched fist to the head. There is no doubt that he was hurt and shaken by the strike. Fortunately, however, he did not suffer any injury. In particular, he has not suffered the concussion or facial injury that he might have. In our view, the need for consistency with other comparable matters dictates that a finding of medium impact is appropriate. No 2 incidents are the same. In particular, no 2 levels of impact are the same. Different forces applied, different motions of the arm and hand are involved, different parts of the head are struck, different levels of pain and discomfort or injury are involved. Allowing for all of that, we find that this impact falls more comfortably within the range of impact assessed for other incidents that resulted in a finding of medium impact. In particular, we were guided by the classification of impact in Horne-Francis on Josh Kelly and Pickett's strike on Starcevic. We also take into account the medium impact assessment of Van Rooyen's striker McStay as being of some relevance to our consideration. We are not sufficiently satisfied that a blow to an oncoming player with an elbow in the circumstances in which it was delivered by Van Rooyen has significantly less potential to cause a concussion or facial injury than existed here. Whatever. We consider that the head impact assessment is relevant to the issue of the potential to cause injury, we do not consider here the duration of that assessment efficiently moves the dial from medium to high impact. The potential for injury that results in this strike, which causes no actual injury, is appropriately classified as medium impact. Accordingly, we classify the impact as medium, and the suspension is reduced to 1 week.
I would agree with most said, and I think it's justified. I like how he brought the Pickett one on Starcevic, because that was the one. Was that the one in round 2 or in round 1 where Pickett flew shoulder first at the player, or was that a different one?
I think that was on. Well, this is Cosy Pickett.
Yeah, no, that was
on Bailey Smith.
That was on Bailey Smith. I'm thinking of a different one. I think, yeah. But
anyway, that's the ruling. Back to the game.
Yeah,
I like. Oh, Jared Oakley Nichols. Thoughts?
Oh yeah, love it. Favorite player.
Yeah.
What a star!
Great shout. Great shout.
All right, average 25 touches.
So someone that was coached by Terry Wallace that averaged 25 possessions a game.
We can do another one.
Can't use Jared Oakley Nichols.
No, we can't. Yeah, we can do another one. Or we can do like Sydney or Collingwood if we think of one.
Oh yeah, we can do those again if we think of one.
Technically, we could.
25.
Let's do the Terry Wallace one. Or Scott West. Gavin Brown for Collingwood, 25. But was he coached by Terry Wallace?
No. Did that be for the Collingwood one? Like Collingwood 25.
Yeah.
Scotty West.
When did Scott West? Scott West retired in 2008. Wow, that's.
Oh wow.
Wow.
29%.
That's got to be the most popular one. Yeah.
Most popular, yeah.
Barry Hall. Yeah, Brian.
Brian. Big bad bustling Brian. Luke Parker.
Liver
Luke
bottom
Parker
left.
averaged 25 in a season. There you go. Not a bad effort, considering. Actually, it was a pretty poor effort.
Good in credit. So that's sir. Or that's
that steer is an absolute. Let's call the night. And John Ballantyne, I like that one too. Yeah,
very good.
I actually also didn't mind John Patura. I was just surprised to see he had that many people that guessed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
Anyway,
Ari, thanks for being here. Brandon, thanks for being here, mate.
No worries.
And thanks to everyone who tuned in. And thanks to everyone who bought a pin while we were on stream.
Got Terry high. Congrats.
Got me high on glue. I'm going to go downstairs right now and I'm going to put them in the post box, even though I could technically do it tomorrow morning, but that's okay. I'll do it right now just because get it off my conscience. And we'll go from there.
Lovely.
See you at the preview tomorrow, guys. Take it easy.
And for the rest as well. Just quiet.
Oh, sorry. You're right, Ari. Let us know what's happening tomorrow.
Oh, we got the rest. 6?
5:30.
We'll try and make it work.
Can we try and make 5:30 work?
We'll try. I'll try.
It'll be tomorrow. 5:30 or 6.
Yeah, 5:36 TBD. But yeah, just finals chat.
Yeah,
be good.
BAW show afterwards. I'm going to go and film the preview tomorrow. I'm going to film one here in the studio, and I'm going to film one at the MCG with Caden McDonald.
Oh,
big names.
Yeah, big names. So
huge.
That'll be tomorrow, and that'll be out tomorrow for you all to watch. All right. See you later. Go Blues.
Go Blues.